Give it a second to load. What is up, everybody? It is your boy Fat Jolly Guy, and we are back for another amazing episode of Edge of the Map Original Homebrew Campaign. Oh, it's been a week. It's been a whole week, everybody. I hope you're all ready for this. As always, I am joined by some amazing people in this campaign today. Today in the party, I have Joe Cool with me.
What's good, baby?
I got Slow-Mo 21.
How you doing?
I've got AP.
Hey, yo.
And then I've got Ashley with me. But she is... Oh, she's here. And we have a surprise guest for later. So I hope you all will enjoy that. But in the meantime, let me catch you all up on the story so far. So the last episode, you were able to rescue Jenkins from the Wizard's Tower from the clutches of the Lich. You boarded the Gale Wind, and you headed back to Aether's Landing. During the trip back to Aether's Landing, Vesper, who's been dabbling in some unknown dark magic, was possessed by an unknown entity that took control of his physical form. The physical form then marched onto the lower decks in an attempt to get a hold of Moon. The other players near Moon prevented Vesper from getting closer. Moon also taking a defensive position. And through a course of actions, Damien killed Vesper. However, he revived him with a scroll of revivification, the one and only that the party had. Upon reviving, Vesper found himself in a pool of dark, murky liquid that then redrawed itself back into his form. Vesper, taking control of his physical form once again, was confused and angry as he peered down at himself to see his cousin Damien's arrows penetrating his body. It has caused a bit of tension, to say the least, and has drawn a line in the party. Nellis, unaware of what was going on below deck, has landed the airship at Aether's Landing, only to see Vesper coming from below deck and immediately jumping off the ship ahead of anyone else without saying anything. And that is where we're going to pick up today's session at. So, before we do anything further, Vesper, you jump off the ship ahead of everyone else.
So we'll just put myself like over here.
Okay.
Okay. Fucking asshole. Can't believe he fucking killed me. Don't want to be near them right now. I wonder where I could go.
I know a place. I know where we can go. Just follow my whispers. I'll lead you somewhere safe.
Show me the way.
As you wish.
Valmora, Damien, Moon, and Nellis, as you all come to the top deck of the ship and begin to work your way down the docking scaffolding to the ground floor, you find yourself once again in the green fields north of the wall of Aether's Landing. The King's yacht still looming overhead in its massive airship frame, casting a dark shadow onto an otherwise beautiful day in Aether's Landing. All Well, it sure is good to be home.
I would say so.
I think it would be wise to be careful walking through town. It's not like being left on good terms.
Well, you're not wrong, Moon.
But surely time has passed, so we can,
Yeah,
not be as cautious.
well, probably be best, like Moon said, to keep a low profile. We don't know what all happened after we had the skedaddle. Damien,
Nice.
on 22 on your stealth check.
I'm trying to get away from the party.
Is there a particular place that you want to go?
To get a drink.
Fair enough.
And see the only other guy in town that I actually trust. So.
While you have stealthed away from the group successfully. Hang on one second.
Hello?
Hello?
1 second, Joe. All right, sorry about that. Phone calls in the middle of D&D. Imagine that, right? Anyway, Damien, I need you to do... You did a stealth check to get away from the party. However, there are guards at the city wall.
Okay, so
How do you approach that situation?
I'll assume that I get around here, and I'm literally just gonna wait for the guard to talk to somebody, and then just try and stealth past.
Okay. Roll me a secondary stealth check. Your DC is 10.
Wow.
Fair enough. You successfully stealth past the city guard at the open gate into the city.
Beautiful. And I'll be heading straight to Gideon.
All right. Valmora, Moon, and Nellis.
I am turning into my eagle form, wild shaping,
Okay.
and after everything that's happened,
GMA Pam.
I just want to go back to the house. I'm gonna fly back to the house, and then I want to start making up some different potions. Go meditate and do some yoga. Hadn't been able to properly do yoga for a while in the garden, out in nature. So it's good to be back into some kind of familiarity before we start to hash everything out.
All right, another phone call. Cool. Sorry. Anyway, Valmora, you turn into your eagle form, and you want to go to the house.
Directly to the house.
All right, fair enough. I'm going to pause that there. So, Nellis and Moon. Well, they were in a hurry.
Yeah. I'm gonna be going back to the house, Nellis. Are you coming with?
Yeah, I suppose. Hey, have you seen Vespa since we landed?
No.
Oh.
I have not.
Is everything all right?
You saw that what he did, he was practically possessed.
Just player to player, Nellis would not have seen that. Or would not have understood what was going on. Because he was flying the ship at the time.
That.
Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna scratch. Nellis, there's a lot to tell you. Vesper, I think we best get into the house before somebody else hears this conversation.
All right, fair enough. All right. As you approach the gate, Moon, I need you to roll a stealth if you want to stealth past the guard.
Yes.
Once again, DC is 10. Well, that'll do it. As Moon sneaks past the guard. Whew, Nellis. Come on, my dude. I mean, it passes, but like, I need some better rolls than that. So then we'll go ahead and we'll start with the house.
I would like to do a perception check around the house before I go in it.
Okay, let me. I had not set the house up yet, so let me change some things real quick. So Vesper's not here right now. So we're gonna move Vespers over here. Stranger is not here, so. Valmora. Okay. Yeah, this is good. All right. All right. Moon, as you approach the house, it is nice to see a familiar place again. It does bring you a sense of ease, especially after the ordeal that happened on the airship. However, I would say that you enter the house cautiously, seeing as how you're not sure where Vesper or Damien have run off to.
Yeah. She's gonna just be peeking through.
Is Yuri in there? Yuri! Yuri, are you home? Huh. Guess he's not here.
Hey, Moon, Nellis.
Val, you here? Oh, I see you through the window.
Yeah. I heard you guys come in the front door.
Is Yuri here?
Not that I've seen.
Huh. I wonder where he could be.
Yeah, probably back with Gideon, to be honest.
Oh, that's fair. Val, are
Laura?
you okay?
I'm feeling okay. It's just a lot of stuff has transpired over these past few days, and it just feels nice to be back at home in a familiar place where I can meditate and do my yoga. Um, I was a little homesick.
Mm, I get that.
Are
So,
you okay, Nellis?
well, I'm more worried about you all. What happened with you all and Vespa? Everybody seems to be keeping him at arm's length all of a sudden.
Moon, do you think we should tell Nellis?
I think we have to.
Uh,
We need to be very cautious around Vesper. He is not himself, and there's some other being.
Moon, Moon, I think we should take Nellis inside the house.
It's a good idea. Let's go sit in the living room.
Daddy's streaming, okay. Okay.
Yeah, Nellis, let's go inside. Wait, Nellis, before you come inside, can you grab me one of these small watermelon, please?
Yeah, sure, I can do that.
As Nellis is grabbing the watermelon, I'm gonna go to the Moon. Hey, Moon. Do you think Nellis will be able to handle this information? Or like, should we tell him the whole story, or?
Well, we should at least give him the basis. There's no way we can keep this from Alice.
True. While we wait, I'm gonna say a little prayer. Ask for guidance.
Absolutely.
God. Whew. Now this is taking a breather in the kitchen, as a small watermelon outside is probably about half of his size. Hey, watermelon's on the counter, Val. I'm gonna use the little cat's room real quick. I'll be right there with you guys.
Shinu. Aha nakai. Yeah, somana. Oh, wise one, lend me your knowledge and wisdom, for we seek answers to questions, ones that we don't know, ones that we seek all answers to. Guide us in this conversation. Thank you. Moon, I think I'm ready. Have you seen where Nellis is at?
He said he was going in the bathroom.
There you are, Nellis.
Yeah, thank you. I needed that. So,
Thank you for the watermelon.
yeah, no problem. No problem. So, you're gonna tell me what's going on here?
Yes.
Absolutely.
I won't be staying very long to explain everything, though. I must converse with the god of death. He's the one who can give us answers.
Okay.
Well, you go ahead first, Moon.
Well, Vesper is not himself. There is another entity within his body. The god of death had warned me to stay away from him or steer him in a better direction. So, he was completely possessed and taken over. He had no consciousness whatsoever. And whoever took his body was trying to get after me.
Why would he be trying to get after you?
There are a lot of questions that only the god of death, I feel, would have the answer to. Damien ended up killing Vesper and then using the scroll to revive him.
Damien killed Vespa?
Yes. Because he too knew that that was not actually Vesper in his body.
Well, that explains why everybody's keeping him at arm's length. It's probably self-inflicted as well, isn't it? Probably Vespa trying to keep his distance from everyone else.
He did jump off the ship and we have no idea where he's at.
Yeah, well, so did Damien. I know he was right behind us coming off the scaffolding, but then just off like a wisp of wind, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is where I part you.
All right, Moon. Well, if you figure out anything from your god, please share. I'm sorry you had to deal with that.
Well, this is a necessity now.
Nellis, the concern is we don't know the actual state of Vesper right now. We just know that he had that entity that's entertaining his body. It took over him, as Moon said. But something else that you should know is when the substance secreted out of him, he willingly took it back in. And
the substance?
I tripped back into it. You don't know that I willingly did it.
From what I saw, you willingly allowed it to consume. So he willingly.
What do you mean? What do you mean substance, Val?
It was like this black stuff that came out, and it was like a puddle on the ground, and like what it appears, he like stepped in it, and it went like it consumed right back into his body. I don't know how. Or
is Vesper, or is he gone?
It seems that Vesper is Vesper.
Oh, jeez. What the hell has he gotten himself into?
I have no idea.
You know, ever since the library, you know, he got that weird book. You think that book is part of all of this?
And that gave me thoughts of it. I don't know if that is a part of it or not, but it could be, because a book like that, I mean, it could contain some powerful things. I remember seeing some markings like that before.
Yeah, we don't have a really good track record of picking shit up these days. You know? I mean, I picked up a crown that could have destroyed the world. So, I mean, the book like that, and it locked away in a library behind the restricted chains and everything. And who knows what magics were in its pages. I mean, even Moon's got a book that she consults with, you know? It's just...
Yeah, but this one's different. We can clearly see that it's completely different.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not trying to be that cat, but maybe just maybe we should, as a group, try to make some more better decisions about the kind of shit we pick up and carry around with us. I mean, I'm a guilty party in that as well.
Yeah, but also I think there comes a time where we have to have some honesty, full honesty.
Yeah.
You know?
Well then, when we find Vespa, or when he comes home, we should ask him about it. You know, get it straight from his mouth. You know.
I think he's going to need some consolation as well, because from what I've seen, the reaction. So the one part that you saw where Vesper, I think maybe did you get to see him at all? Like, did you see how he looked or like?
The only times I seen Vesper was when he passed out up on the deck next to me at the helm, and I put him in a bundle of ropes. But then he stood right back up and went downstairs. And then I seen him jump off the ship before I even got it all moored.
So yeah, the him and Damien, they had a pretty bad fight. Um Vesper was pretty upset because Damien killed him and then had to revive him. But that was pretty much the only way that we could essentially save Vesper from that entity that consumed his body. Um I'm
Well,
thinking maybe I'm thinking maybe that the entity that he's interacting with, it could be one of those things where you know how like you have a I guess a host body and you lend the host some kind of power and it overtakes the vessel type thing.
you think it's a patron, like a warlock thing?
Not quite, but similar to it.
Hmm.
Almost like you ever seen the show Naruto? You know how he had the nine tails fox in his stomach? That kind of thing?
Nah, I'm not familiar with that legend.
Well,
I can't believe you just used that.
it's a good
I guess Naruto is now canon in D&D here.
Oh my god.
So if you ever get the chance, Nellis, you should look up that folktale. It's really nice.
I'll add it to my reads. The next time the book salesman comes around, I'll ask him about it.
Yeah, us as druids, we have to like keep, we keep up with the anomalies of the world, I'd say. But anyways, back to the original topic though. I do think that this power that he has might be consuming him a little bit, and it's up to us to try to help him.
I agree. I don't want to lose Vesper to no dark magics, especially if there's something we can do about it. And we sure as hell don't need we don't need the cousins causing a rift in this party. You know, because frankly, I hate to admit it, but as far as crews go, you all are the best I've had in a long time that I can remember. So.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm trying not to resort to the last option of like killing Vesper.
No,
he doesn't deserve that, But if he poses harm to Moon again, I'm quite sure that
just between me and you, Val, I know you and Moon are close, but she's different in her own right. You know that, right? The whole god of death and that statue in her room. I mean, it's I've never dealt with somebody who's I don't want to use the word fanatic, but she's really invested in that,
Absolutely. But that's what makes her unique, and that's what I love about her.
That's fair. We do have a weird cast of characters with us, don't we?
Yep.
Well, there's only a few places in Atheist that Vespa could have got off to. He either went to Gideon's, or he went to go see his lady at the Vale. That's the only thing I could think of.
I doubt he went to Gideon's, because the cousins, they usually spend a lot of their time at the tavern, so I know he wouldn't go there. Only
Uh-huh.
because there's a chance of him running into Damien.
That's fair. Well, we can always search the veil for him then.
Yep. Or maybe even Jay Jenkins' place.
Jenkins got off the ship too, and I guess he went home. None of us really talked to him when he got off the ship.
Nope.
We'll need to check in with him for sure. Make sure he's doing all right.
Absolutely.
I kind of feel bad. We rescued him, and then he just kind of wandered away, and nobody questioned it.
I didn't even notice him leave.
Mm.
I guess I was distracted by the whole thing with Vesper.
Oh, that's fair. Oh well. I'm a little worried about Yuri too. I figured he would be here.
Yuri's probably just doing Yuri things.
Maybe. Nellis is gonna walk over towards like Yuri's room. I hope he made it back. You know, I gave him the quick and dirty about airship flight, but I didn't see any red balloons in the air yard, you know?
Yeah. You think possibility he got captured?
Nellis is gonna roll a investigation in Yuri's room.
I'm gonna do the same.
Yeah.
Got you with that one.
I'm gonna go ahead and burn my 10. With a 10, as Nellis is entering the room, he's looking around. The bed's made, and all of Yuri's possessions are pretty much where Nellis is used to him being. However, Nellis finds a note right in front of the bookcase. As Nellis picks it up, and he begins to read it. Oh, shit, Val.
What?
It's a note from Yuri. It says, "Friends, if you're reading this, I'm long gone. Do not come looking for me. I do apologize for leaving without saying goodbye, and you deserve an explanation. My requirement of payment, as you know, is due to my deity. But why I'm bound to this is for a punishment. I betrayed the ones who taught me the ways of healing and brought me peace, and for that I'm cursed for my greed. On my journey back with the airship, I received news that a man responsible for the destruction of the island of healers has taken them as slaves. The Star Wanderer gave me a device that allows me to find him and undo the curse, and begin to atone for my betrayal of the Kunai people. And with the lessons on piloting the airship from Nellis, I should be able to manage on my own. I do hope to see you all again one day soon. Yuri."
Oh no.
Oh, jeez, Val.
Nellis. I know, Nellis, and Yuri was like somewhat of your best friend.
He never
The
said
only other captain.
He never said anything to me about this. Oh, jeez.
What the hell is going on?
I don't know. I just...
I don't... Something doesn't seem right. Something doesn't seem right at all.
Well, at least we know what's going on with him. That's all I can say.
Yeah. I don't know if what if he needs our help?
I don't think we can help him. He doesn't leave any directions about where he's at or where he's going. So
We have to let the group know. We
absolutely.
Have to let them know now.
Well, they're all scattered to and fro. What are we gonna?
I can send out my my birds, do some scouting, see if I can find anyone.
I guess. I'm gonna head over to the Vale. I'm gonna see if any of the ladies have at least seen Vesper. At least get the ladies involved with looking for our people. I'll meet you up at Gideon's later, okay?
Alrighty.
Hopefully with Vesper in tow. And you watch for Moon, okay?
Yeah, I'll let Moon know what's going on.
All right.
This is a sad day for the party.
Vesper and Damien are at wit's end. Yuri's run off with a airship to go save who knows what people. Moon's freaking out, trying to talk to her god. I just... all right. I'll catch you at Gideon's later.
All right. I'll see you when you get there. Thank you. And as I round the corner and I
before
approach him.
Before you get to Moon, I'm going to assume that you and your patron, your god, are trying to communicate with one another. I want you to describe that to me.
First, she would really center herself. She had to grab the statue from off the ship and bring it in, so she had to set that up. And then it kind of still goes into a self-meditation. And when she is ready and calm, she opens herself with her key to connect to the god of death.
I want you to go ahead and roll me a religion check. I'm going to make the DC pretty high on this.
Go.
I'm going to make it a DC 18 for you to speak with your god.
I'm going to use a lucky.
Okay. That is DC 18. Or no, that's a lucky, so that's a 12.
Yeah, it's just a 12. I'm gonna add a D10.
Okay, Ashley. 0 and a 0.
What? Okay.
With another 10, that is a 22. As you begin to meditate, you can feel that dark void, that connection with your God. And as you open your eyes, you're in that same dark space that you've talked to him before. Standing almost on a black mirrored glass of the void. Darkness in all directions, but yet you feel his presence.
Welcome back, my child.
I appreciate your welcome. It is good to be back. There have been some very troubling times within the past few hours.
Indeed.
I'm gonna explain like everything that I saw and experienced and ask him, I don't know how to move forward. I don't know any information about anything that is possessing Vesper.
My child, when I
want to
warned
save your
you
friend.
about an evil that he was experiencing, when a being of great power dies, their weave returns to the world. But when their spiritual form will not release the weave back into its natural being, they become corrupt. They become viled and angry. And I have to forsake them from the void, because the void is empty, and the emptiness keeps itself that way. I will have no magics or items of the real world in my domain. This you know is true.
Yes.
These creatures are then cast back into your mortal realm, and they are changed and altered, cursed beings, neither alive or dead. They are purely of the weave now, but they are corrupted. They seek their physical forms so that they may regain their powers, and they latch on to host items and people. Some mistake it for demons and devils. Others will call them patrons because they do provide them power. I warn you, child, this entity is nothing to be. It's nothing to be. You should use extreme caution when approaching it, or its host. They can be vile.
Yes. I
will.
understand.
You need to find the artifact from which the entity clings to and destroy it. By destroying the artifact, its last physical host in the world, it should release your friend. However, your friend may not want it released if he is too far gone.
If he is too far gone and we destroy the artifact, what will happen to him?
The entity will use him as his new artifact, binding itself to his physical flesh. You will then have to choose. You can leave him altered, or you can kill him to destroy the artifact again.
I understand. Is there a special way to kill the artifact?
Destruction of the artifact is dependent on what it has bound itself to. Sometimes they bind themselves to powerful magic items. Sometimes it's mundane. Other times they bind themselves to people. Either way, an absolute destruction or death is what it takes to unroot this abomination.
I understand.
Moon, my child, know that I am with you in the darkness. I am the shadow at your feet. I will be with you, always.
It makes me so happy to hear your voice once again and say those words.
I look
I look
forward to
forward.
the day you join my void.
As do I.
And with that, as the water at your feet begins to recede, you see just a pinpoint of light. And as you peer into the light, you see Valmora. As you come out of this like trance, you see her walk into the room. As the rest of the world around you just starts to pull away as the veil of darkness from the void comes off of you.
Valmora,
Yes.
I do have some answers.
That's excellent. I do have some troubling news, Moon.
What is it?
Captain Yuri is gone. He left a note for us that the his I guess his
Would you like me to read it, Valmora?
yeah, cuz it's hard for me to get these words out.
I
I think
completely understand.
yeah, I think it would be easier for you to just here.
I want you all to know that
Just-
I've dropped them in your. I dropped the note in your private chat from Yuri, so that you all can physically read it if you so choose.
Private chat? I don't
Yeah, in Discord.
I
Okay.
don't have it.
I'm getting
Under
there.
private chats, it's the it's under Edge of the Map campaign, all the different areas.
Yeah, in our Discord server, underneath the private chats in your name, I've dropped it there so that you all have it.
Oh, now I got it. Okay.
Valmora is gonna read it and have some tears fall down her face. She's gonna turn to Valmora and say, I honestly at first thought when you said he was gone that he was dead. Makes me happy that he is still alive.
Yeah. I'm
And
happy
he looks
that he's
forward
still
to
alive.
seeing us again too, Valmora. It sounds like he is on a personal journey to save himself. And when he is
Well,
ready,
when he's ready,
he will see us again.
do you think he'll return?
Well, it sounds like he wants to. For now, I think it's best we find our group.
There's just been so much happening these past few days. I don't even know where to start. Um, Moon, if you would like, I could form an eagle for you and you can fly to wherever, but I need some time with nature.
I completely understand.
Yeah, I need some time with nature. It's not these days things have not been feeling the same. So Nella said that he's going to go try to find Vesper and he'll meet us back at Jenkins or not Jenkins at Gideon's at the tavern. So
I see. May I take this letter with me?
yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
All right. Well, Moon, it'll the my wild shape will be out back ready
Thank
for
you,
you.
Valmora. I will see you soon when you are ready.
Slow.
What was I?
As you wandered through the streets of Aethir's Landing, listening to the whispers of this darkness that has pulled itself upon you, I want you to briefly describe to me what it is that you're feeling
Oh,
as
why is that
you're
so loud?
as you're almost you are in possession of your physical form, but you're almost giving into this creature to allow it to direct you to where it needs to go.
Okay, can you explain again? I'm sorry, I was trying to get the.
I want
pull
you
my
to
ears out.
describe the feeling of what's going through your mind since this creature is leading you.
So it's almost like being a puppet and someone having the strings. So you like you're in your body, you feel like you can control your body, but you can't, and it's just moving on its own. Just thoughts running through my head. Damien, the arrows, what led up to it, the fight with the Lich, the darkness coming to save me before I got killed right then and there, and then still dying later. I'm basically limping through the streets with 1 HP. So it's just like everything is just kind of still a haze, but I feel comforted by this darkness because at least he's there and supporting me in this moment. So I'm just letting him lead me the way.
Give me 1 second and I will pull you to a scene, okay?
You got it.
It did not, it didn't render correctly for whatever reason, so I'm trying to fix it.
No problem.
There it goes. Give it a second to upload. Okay. We pull the people to the scene so everybody can see. Turn the lights. There we go. Vesper.
Hang on, I gotta refresh.
Okay.
Nice. So
Everybody should have a token on the scene, but I have them all hidden. But you all should be able to see what the scene looks like. Let me know if you can't.
I can see it.
Okay.
I see it as well.
I can see.
There you go.
all right.
Vesper, as you find yourself in a dark cellar, cobwebs hanging from the ceiling, it's dimly lit by small candles scattered about. You almost have lost track of where you are in the city or how you even got here. And you find yourself sitting on the edge of a bed, built into a wine rack, surrounded by large casks and barrels.
Trying to set this lower so it sounds like it's in the distance. All right, let's do that. Okay. What'd you say, Johnny?
I said you find yourself in a cellar that has cobwebs and it's dimly lit by candles. You find yourself sitting on the edge of a bed that's built into the edge of a wine rack where all these large barrels of wine are being stored. It looks like somebody has lived here, but has not been here for considerable amount of time.
I would like to roll for perception.
With a 23. As you peer out into the darkness of this cellar, as you finally kind of regained a little bit of awareness of where you are, you have no idea where you are in the city, but from the edges of the shadow, you see the blackness as it like creeps out from underneath the bed out into the room. And it almost pulls itself up into like a human shape. You could see a head and shoulders, but the rest of it is just kind of ooze. And you see indentions where eyes would be, and a nose of sorts, and maybe a mouth.
Is this you? Or your attempt to be you again?
It's as close to me as I can be.
Was this your place?
I believe so. A long time ago.
Don't believe I know where we are.
It matters not. Just know that you are safe here. Safe from those who would do you harm.
So, how do you know who will do me harm and not do me harm? Let's discuss this now. How is this gonna work? Now that I know that you're in there and not just some voice that I've been hearing in my head, and that you're an actual thing.
I have made mistakes. I thought when you picked up my book, you were just another gullible human that I could catch a ride with until I could find somebody more appropriate for my powers. I would seem I have misjudged you, first and foremost.
As many have.
I thought you to be too pure of soul.
I've seen plenty of darkness in my time.
Oh,
Not so pure anymore.
I can tell. Vesper Oakenshade. I have seen your memories, watched as your kingdom burned around you, felt the anger. I used that anger to channel my powers through you. That darkness that you spit from your fingertips, you're welcome. There's
Not a
more.
bad touch.
There's more to be had of that power. You see,
Power to help me save my friends and save my people, and perhaps people who are already in trouble.
you see, you're too consumed with others. What I offer you is power of self. I could make you powerful. How you use that power is your own choice.
I'm listening.
I am not what I used to be. And I've come to the realization that I probably will never be that way again. But with you and through you, my power can continue in this mortal realm. If you bind yourself to me, and rid yourself of the book. We won't need it any longer. You will act as my vessel and be my warrior in this plane of existence.
Who's in control then?
You would reside with all the control and faculties of your own self. I would reside in your deepest, darkest hatred, fueling your magics. I
It's an intriguing
believe
offer.
there are other vessels in this world known as warlocks that have similar agreements with powerful beings to channel their magics. You would not be like them. You would be different. Your patron is no god. Powerful as I am humble in my understanding of that.
Say I accept. My crew, should they even remain that, won't take it lightly. You attacked one of them.
Indeed I did.
They're gonna want to destroy you.
And this...
And that means they're gonna want to destroy me.
No, see, this is the beauty of the situation. You bind yourself to me. You will become my artifact. And then you could present the book to the crew, saying that you've had a change of heart. They will destroy the book and rid it of a shell. The power will still reside with you, and they will think that you are free of me. In exchange for my life to continue to live, I will give you my power and knowledge. You need only allow me to use you as an artifact.
I'm gonna stroke my beard. My stubble, I guess we could say. It could work.
What?
But my cousin is not a fool.
Do not go outside.
Oh. I
Sorry.
promise I'll stay inside the cellar.
Sorry, Millie I got the front door open and she's looking for Rachel, and I had to tell her not to go outside.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, don't go outside the cellar, damn it.
So I'm gonna say, but my cousin is not a fool. Neither is Yuri. Moon's got her god of death.
Yes.
We have to bring up the theatrics a bit. Perhaps fizzle out some darkness as the book explodes.
I could leave a portion of myself in the artifact. Just enough to make it convincing. The choice is yours, Vesper. I only offer power in exchange for my life. If you choose not to,
Is there
I
a
only
catch,
ask.
or is it just so you live?
I tried to get a hold of Moon. She communes with the god of death. He's the one who cursed me to this existence because I refused to give up my power. In my hubris, I have been exiled back to the mortal plane in the form you see before you. I cannot survive without an artifact, And I refuse to be left in a book any longer. So yes,
It is quite a decrepit book.
it is indeed. It used to be a journal of mine. That's why all of my knowledge is in it. But
If I bind to you, would I be able to read the rest of this thing?
you would not need to. My memories become your memories. My knowledge becomes yours, and my power becomes yours. Though, it will take much training for you to use and wield them as I did once ago.
But I have a teacher now.
In fact, you do.
As I'm just gonna basically get up, walk over to one of these barrels, and crack it and see if it pours out some liquid.
As
What would you like
you
me to roll for that?
unplug the first barrel, and you see this very dark crimson wine pour out. It's very, very old. It's very potent too. Hasn't been untapped in years, decades even.
I'm gonna put it to my nose, pour it in a glass, put it to my nose, take a big sniff. Would I roll survival to see if it's
Go for
poisonous, I suppose? Yeah, it's wine.
it. It's 9, yeah. As with any kind of wine, the longer it sits, the more potent it becomes.
Finely aged. Shall we drink to it then?
Indeed, we shall.
Do what you must. I accept this power.
Very good. Put the book on the floor.
Where is it? There it is.
You watch as this ooze reaches out with its stringy little oozy bits and touch the book. And you see the book start to glow with the dark ultraviolet black purple glow. And he takes his fingers off of the book again.
There. I have left enough of myself in the book to be convincing. Should make quite the fireworks display when destroyed. You need only to take my hand and bind yourself to me.
I am in full control. No more outrages. If we do this, they must never know until I am ready.
I am but a whisper in your ear for as long as you live.
I'll chug down the glass, and I do the brother-in-arms shake to the ooze.
As you grab the ooze, it begins to crawl up your arm, enveloping your arm in the darkness. As it reaches your shoulder, it begins to crawl down your torso and covering half of your body. Its ooze will reach up around your neck and face, and you feel it as it begins to seep in through behind your eyeball and in your ear and up your nose, as the ooze then pulls itself back into you until you see only yourself again. It is not a painless transition. You do feel pain as it absorbs into you. Amelia, close the door, baby. It's too much light, sweetheart.
You didn't say there'd be pain. I'm already weak as it is, you asshole.
Life is pain, Vesper. You know this
No
better than
shit.
most. But it is done.
And now, if they wanted to kill you, they'd have to kill me? Or is there another way? I must know of every weakness.
You have become my artifact, my physical embodiment in this world. If you perish, I will have to find another host, another artifact quickly, before I perish as well.
And if I choose to rescind this at a later time, or is this permanently bonded?
I would hope the power and knowledge I give you would be enough for you not to renege on your contract to me. But yes,
As long as you keep your end.
it is not a permanent thing if you choose otherwise. I ask only you don't place me in an inanimate object again.
Maybe a frog.
A frog would be a delightful change of pace from a book.
Perhaps we can make something happen. Did you ever hear of a story of Voldemort? It's a long, long story from many, many years ago. It's said that this dark wizard was able to take his being and split it among many objects so that if he died, he could always return.
Yes, I have heard this legend. However, in practice, every part is weakened and lesser. I have thought of this myself to ensure my survival. However, I choose to allow myself fully to be involved. The part of me I left in the book is irrelevant. Memories of a childhood and parents and such. You will not need to know my backstory. Only my power that I can provide you.
Well, what's done is done. That would probably have to be a story for another time. I need some rest. I'm barely standing as it is from that last battle.
Allow me to rectify that situation.
Vesper, as you sit on the edge of the bed, open the door for Mom. As you sit on the edge of the bed, you feel the darkness of the cellar encroach around you, and you pull from the very void around you, and you begin to feel better. As the darkness and the candles begin to flicker out one by one, your health will rise. The entity has shared with you the ability of self-regeneration through shadows, through the void.
Oh.
You are able to pull from your darkness now to regenerate 1d10 of your life force once per long rest. So go ahead and roll a d10 and you will heal for that amount.
Just need this to disappear.
And I will put the spell on your character at a later time.
Yeah, because you got to do the dark bolt again too. So 6. This is gonna come in handy.
Indeed.
We're gonna have to figure out a way to keep the dark smoke and veininess to disappear.
Perhaps we can do something different.
You understand where I'm coming from. If I keep using abilities, not that I don't like the dark, cool powers, but if they keep seeing me turn into, my hand goes black, my veins do this, my eyes do that, this charade isn't gonna last very long. Perhaps keep the abilities under the armor, not so much visible.
To channel my power, you must channel your anger and darkness. So maybe the broodingness is a side effect from the time you did spend with me. Something
Perhaps
you're
it could work.
permanently scarred with.
Could work. Think about it. I did die. I had a run-in with the other side for a brief moment. Not everybody comes back the same after that. Clearly.
It will be on you to convince your party. If you choose to stay
Okay.
with them, maybe it's best if you did not. That is your choice and your choice alone.
We'll have to see how the time flows. I know now we could skip run, and they'll never know. Just dust in the wind. But I feel like at least I owe it to them to continue the journey. Plus, Yuri has my ship.
That he does. That he does. Rest here, Vesper, as long as you need. My cellar is yours.
Yes. And don't let anyone know about this. I know you're part of me, but this will be our hideout for now.
No one could hear me other than you. So if you were to tell someone, that would be on you.
DM question. If I'm with the party, do I have to speak out loud, or can this be mentally between the two?
No, it is. This is a mental connection you now have with the being.
Okay.
He can whisper to you
fade
and
into the pillow.
very well.
Perfect.
Back out in Aether's Landing, as the party has made their way, Moon and Nellis. Valmora, where did you go? Did you go to Gideon's? Where did you go? Joe?
I'm sorry, I was muted. My bad.
Where did you go?
I am still at the house in the garden. I was doing yoga.
Oh, I thought you left as well.
No, it was just Moon. She flew on the on my bird.
Okay. Well, you're obviously done with your yoga. What do you want to do now?
I guess I'll meet everybody back at the tavern.
Okay. Moon?
Only thing is, I'm not going through the front door.
Moon is headed to the tavern.
Damien, before the rest of the group gets there, what is it that you are doing at the tavern?
I am attempting to go through the same door I chased the little kid out of, but I'm just going to see if it's unlocked first.
As you find yourself in the back ends of the tavern, through the kitchen and such, the door was wide open from the storage area. You could hear the sounds of the tavern coming out, and the smell of good food and warm fires crackling as you make your approach.
I am going to, in the back at least, I'm going to try and just investigate for some alcohol.
With a 5. As you quickly search through the kitchen, you come up to the stove that Gideon cooks meals on, and you find some cooking wine on the back of the stove. That's real handy to get to.
Yeah, he's just gonna start pounding it.
Gideon will be coming from the front back into the kitchen as he comes around the corner. Damien, what are you doing back here? What are you drinking me cooking wine for, boy? We got better stuff up front.
As Damien starts to shake. Gideon, it is good to see you, my friend.
It's good to see you as well. I fear after you left Atheist Landing, after the ordeal at the square, and then I might not see you again. At least not for some time.
Aye. We the same. We found Jenkins.
Oh,
He's back.
That's fantastic news. Is he all right?
Yes.
Oh, good. I'll send the wife over to his place and take him some food and such. You've done the city
my friend.
You've done the city a good service by returning that boy.
Well, there were some other things that happened on our trip, but on our way back from retrieving Jenkins, something had happened on board Nellis's ship, and it's haunting me.
Well, come out here, and I'll pour you some better stuff. Put the cooking wine away, and tell me what's going on. You, clear out the stool. You're sitting in my buddy's place.
I appreciate it.
So, as Gideon starts pouring from the private reserve, he's gonna pull this dark black bottle out from underneath the countertop, and he pours it into a wooden tanker for you.
I'm going to just grab into my pocket and just pull out like 5 gold pieces and put them on the, like, kind of drop them on the table.
Here, you keep it and drink this. Tell me what's bothering you.
It's my cousin. As I just pour it back.
Gideon will fill it as soon as it hits the table again. Is Vesper all right? Is he alive?
Aye. He is now. I had to kill him.
You killed your cousin? Well, can't say that I saw that one coming.
Aye. Neither did I. It's been haunting myself. I felt like I had no other option. He tried to go after Moon.
He turned on Miss Moon?
He didn't seem himself. Seemed like he had been possessed by something.
And all the devils of avarice.
When I had killed him, this ooze came out of him, and he moved, and it sank right back into him.
An ooze?
I don't know if it was dissipating or if it was going back into him. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. He's my cousin, for bloody sake.
As Gideon pours himself one now and refills yours again. Lay me a knife. I've traveled the seas far and wide. I've been to all manner of places, good and bad. light and dark. I've seen a lot. I've never seen black ooze that was ever a good omen. And you say it infected your cousin. Where is he now?
It seems. I have no idea. Nellis had just docked the ship and he had just jumped, vanished.
Damien. He's family to you. And what you
Aye.
did was a hard thing to do. A choice that I would not want to have been put in. But I'll tell you this much. He should not be alone at this moment. If he's possessed by some demon, who knows what matter of lies he could be hearing or spewing to him. Or if it's even himself.
He does not want to hear it from me. He's stuck on the fact that I killed him.
Well,
I
that's a
understand I did.
hard pill to swallow. Give me a second, Damien. Let me tell Little Bird something real quick. As you see Gideon return to the kitchen.
Send a word that I say hello as well, and we are back in town.
And Gideon's only gone for a matter of moments, but through the door of the tavern, Nellis comes in. There you are, Damien. And Nellis kind of crawls his portly self up onto his barrel. Obviously a little tired. Is this cup taken? As he points to Gideon's glass.
Yes.
Hmm.
Gideon's.
Fair
I
enough.
told him what happened on the ship.
Val and Moon filled me in. How are you holding up?
I'm not.
Oh, well.
I feel like my head is in a million different places, thinking of all the scenarios that could have transpired if I didn't, and I'm just second guessing.
Well, I went over to the Vale looking for Vespa. I didn't figure he needed to be alone right now, and he wasn't there, and none of the girls had seen him. Tiffany was real mad about it, too, that he was back in town and hadn't come seen her. Especially since we didn't get an opportunity to, let her know that we were leaving. I don't know why that orc lady is taken to him in the way she has. She's almost kind of possessive herself, you know? Wait, you don't think she's the cause of Vespa's problems, do you?
No. He hardly sees her now.
Hmm.
I don't even think he's spoken about her since we've left.
So, the only other thing we could think of is the night we were in the library looking for dirt on old Blackthorn. Anyway, he got that book from the restricted section. That's the only other thing he's nabbed onto that we know of.
It's troubling, Nellis.
Yeah,
I don't know what to do.
I don't either, bud. I don't either. All I know is that...
On one hand, my cousin hates me, and I want nothing but the best for him. And on the other, something is clearly wrong with him. And I don't know what to do.
Nellis! Welcome back! Hey, Gideon. How about you pour one out here for me, too? I can do that. Yeah. As Gideon grabs another tanker from under the bar and pours one out. Here you go. Yeah, thanks. So, I assume Damien here has filled you in on his cousin. Yeah, we're all in on the story. Damien, I told the little birds to spread the word. Keep an eye out for your cousin. So if anyone hears where he is in town, they'll let me know.
I do feel like I would like to go and possibly go and see the little birds. Big bird, if you know what I mean.
I do.
But unless where's the rest of the party?
They were at the house. That's another thing. Here. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, Damien, but Yuri's not with us anymore. He left a note.
No, I have the note.
Yeah, Moon has the note right now. Nellis will tell you what the note says. You can read it in your own personal, but not. Yeah, but basically, Yuri took off. He took the airship that we procured from Duskholm, and apparently he's off on his own thing.
All of a sudden, you see Damien just pound the bar as hard as he can.
Ah,
You're telling me he took our ship?
what appears so.
That scum! I swear the next time I get my eyes on him... Oh.
Hey, I don't think he took it for malicious reasons, Damien. I think he took it because it was an opportunity to try to make right by some people that he wronged. I think it was just a means to an end. I'm sure he'll have the ship when he comes back. You know.
If I don't see him with that ship when he returns, oh, in a world of hurt he will be.
Yeah, well, you could take that up with Yuri if we ever run into him again, but he didn't leave any messages or notes about where he was going, just that he was going. With all of this conversation that's happened, when Gideon proclaimed Nellis as he was coming back to the bar, it was in a loud voice. And from across the room, a certain character heard that name.
So as I heard your name pop up, like my ears kind of perked up. I'm sitting here, kind of looking, trying to figure out where you're at. I see the barkeep, so we're gonna slowly start making our way across the back of this bar towards the front door, and closer towards Nellis.
Do you need me to move you, or did you get your stuff turned back on? So, oh yeah, you got it.
By the way, your freaking little cat avatar is sick.
Thanks.
That's so
Thanks,
cool.
me and Jolly both, like, when we designed the character, we picked out the picture and I was like, that actually works. That works great.
That's dope. You're like smoking a joint, you're all stealthy ranger like. You're like, if I imagine you as if Aragorn was a cat.
Aw, thank you.
What's your picture?
So now that we've snuck up here behind Nellis, I'm just gonna kind of reach up and pat him on the hip because, you know, I'm a cat character too, so I'm kind of short.
What?
Try to get his attention. see if I can.
Can I help you? I didn't know there were
by
any other.
chance- Go ahead.
Another tabaxi.
Apparently. I didn't know there were any others than atheists. What's up? Okay.
Well, I've been on a long journey, and I've been sent here by the cartography group to find you
Oh, I know.
because they
Hey, well,
they've decided that
before you look, I got their paperwork. I'll get it to the guild. I swear. I know I haven't checked in a while. There's no need to be headhunting me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for your pain and worries. Actually, here, this as Nellis starts digging through his backpack, and here's some of the paperwork from my last exploration. If that's what they're after, I'm really sorry for your troubles there, pal.
while you're explaining things, I'm just gonna casually light a cigarette. And I'm gonna stare at you, let you talk for a little bit, and then now that you're done, I'm gonna tell you like, hey, man, I'm not here about paperwork. I've been sent here to be your apprentice and work on your airship.
Oh,
What? Nellis, did he just?
Oh God, that's whoa, yeah, that's I'm sorry. I didn't catch your name. What's your name, sir?
I've long since forgot what my real name is because I've been called Whisker Wrench so much. So you can just you can call me Whisker Wrench.
Oh, Whisker Wrench? Well, that's a
Do you carry a wrench
Whisker
around or something?
Gideon. I'm gonna need a top off here, bud. Whew.
I didn't catch your name, but you asked if I had a wrench around all the time. Yes, sir. I am one of the only ones in the cartography guild that is I had the name on the tip of my tongue. An artificer.
Oh God. You're a tinkerer.
So you tinker and play with toys.
We'll go with that.
Nellis, I think you might have your hands full with this one.
This has gotta be a mistake. Like, why would the guild send an apprentice for me? Like,
I mean, Nellis, I love you and all. You are a great captain, but you're really not a good captain.
oh Jesus!
There must have been some kind of mix-up.
Velmora and Moon, you have now entered the tavern.
Oh, hey,
Do I
Moon.
need to do a perception check, or do I see them in the corner?
Oh, you 100% see your people.
Oh, hey, Moon. Good to see you made it.
Laura, we made up together. Great. It looks like there's Nellis and Damien over there. I think it's best we get going.
Yeah, how was the ride here? Was it smooth or?
Oh, smooth Valmora. Of course it was. You have the most elegant eagles on that I've ever met.
Thanks, Moon. What's up, guys?
Oh
wow, look at you.
Oh, we got a new toy. Hey.
He's
What's your
not a
name?
toy. He's a cat person just like Nellis. I hope you're not as creepy.
Oh, I couldn't tell with all that armor or whatever that is on him. Oh, that clothes? That's clothes. Okay.
Val, Moon, this is Whisker Wrench. He
Whisker who?
Whisker Wrench.
Wrench.
Re-
Whisker
Wrench.
Wrench.
Does that mean he's like a wretch?
Nah.
He's right there. You can ask him.
Whisker Wrench, Mr. Whisker Wrench. Quite an interesting name you have.
Hi, it is an interesting name. I think I'm just going to call you Whiskey.
Damien, I didn't see you there at the bar. I'm sorry. I was so
Oh.
interested in this Whisker Wrench guy. Can you talk?
You might want to hear what he had to say.
He can talk?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Sir?
I can. I've
Ma'am.
been sent here.
Valmora is a
sorry.
female. Sorry.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Sorry about that. Yes, ma'am. I can talk. I've been sent here by the Cartography Guild to be Mr. Nellis's apprentice and tinkerer.
Oh, jeez. And with that, Nellis is gonna pound another drink. Plump.
Nellis is our friend here. Oh, normally, Mr. Whisker Wrench, I would not I will, since you are an apprentice and you are a young fellow you are. My name is Amy. You can call me Amy.
We have much
Well.
to Mr. Nellis, if you're what I have to say, then
I prefer you not to say anything at the moment, as I don't trust this one yet.
Yeah, Moon, I don't think this is as appropriate for just yet.
Hey.
I don't care where we have to get. This is an immediate matter.
Hang on. Don't do it yet, AP.
Alright, we'll just hold whatever you do.
Actually, Mr. Whisker Wrench, I just got a couple of questions for.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you what land are you from?
Oh. You would ask that.
Val,
I've
listen.
been away from home.
Well, listen here, pal. Val, just cut the guy some slack. The Cartography Guild sent him after me. Don't.
If he is going to be joining us on our journeys, he's going to end up finding out about all of this information. He's going to need to know.
Absolutely. That's why, you guys, I'm asking my question. Here, come here, Nellis. Just come here. Just step to the side with me real quick. Into the stairwell.
Val, you don't. Valmora, you don't understand.
Nellis.
Listen, if the Cartography Guild sent him to be my apprentice, the dude is not going to go anywhere that I'm not. There's not anywhere we're going to be that he's not going to be there. That is part
Mr.
of the.
Whiskerwrench, sit here.
All right, Val. You're
Nellis,
gonna see. You're gonna see.
I have to pick you up.
You're gonna see.
If I have
Watch.
to pick you up
All
by
right,
your
let's go.
backpack.
Go wherever you're gonna go, Val.
Okay.
Go.
Here. You know what? I'm just gonna jack you up. Come here, Nellis.
Ah!
Now, look, he's in enough distance so where he can still see you.
Nah.
I just need to have a slight conversation. Here, listen. Now, Nellis, I have keen senses, okay? I can tell whether he's lying or not, what his true intentions are. So I'm asking a couple of questions just to get to know the fella so we can have this conversation. Is that okay, Nellis? Or do I have to choke you out?
Man, Val, he's my problem. You don't need to investigate him. He bears the Cartography Guild seal. He's on the level, I'm sure. Look at him. He's a young guy. You know, he hasn't even gone into his gray hairs yet. Like, he's probably he's probably still on his first life. And that's probably the whole reason why the guild sent him in the first place. Because they probably found out I'm not.
I was just about to say, Nellis, it looks like he still has all 9 of his lives.
This happens all the time. When a good captain, which I never thought I was one that they would worry about, but apparently they did.
Captain?
A moneymaker.
You're a great captain. You're a great captain.
It's,
Don't sell yourself short.
Val, I'm trying to explain it to you. It's already enough of a headspin as it is. When a captain, you see, a captain's worth isn't about how he piles an airship or a ship or explores or whatever. It's about how much data, how much maps and stuff get back to the guild. And I've never been great about getting back to the guild because frankly, it's just a means to an end for me. But obviously the guild thinks that I do good enough work and bring enough data home that they're sending an apprentice. It's just something that we do. When a tabaxi explorer gets to the end of his lives, they saddle him up on his last life with an apprentice. Somebody to learn as much as they can so that the information and the knowledge and the know-how gets passed on to the next generation of explorers. And I guarantee you, Mr. Wrench or whatever his name over here is, he's just following the guild order. And he's young enough that he just cares what the guild says. It probably took him months to convince the guild to even let him in. He's a tinkerer. He's a artificer, whatever. He's a tinkerer. He's not the normal kind of cat to be in the guild anyway. But if he's here and he's bearing the seal, he's probably on the level. You ask him what you want to ask him, but I hate to tell you this, Val, but he's saddled up with us because he ain't going back to the guild without my ass in a sling. I'll tell you that much. God damn it.
To be fair, I'm quite excited about him. I just want to make sure that he's good so we can have this conversation that we need.
Yeah, he's gonna be good.
Moon, I think we are good to have this conversation. Damien, I know you said hold on, but I just had to talk with Nellis.
Is there maybe a more quiet place to have this conversation?
Hey, I know this song. As
with the 16 on perception, I'm assuming
Yeah,
with
you beat my 15.
Yeah, with a 16 on perception and Nellis mentioning the music. Damien, you turn around to the piano and Nellis kind of stands up on his barrel. And we could see Vesper over there.
Valmoria's just kind of stunned as tears begin to roll down her eyes. Down her cheeks.
Damien, how do you want to handle this, bud?
He doesn't want to talk to me.
Well, he obviously, if he didn't want to talk to any of us, he wouldn't show up where we're all at.
Well, could he have known that we were all here?
When there's only 3 places we would have been in all of Aether's Landing. He could have been anywhere else. But he chose to come in here.
And he definitely would not be playing music.
Yeah, he wants us to know that he's here.
Like I said, feel free.
I think you should go talk to him, Damien.
Imano.
And it would be best if you did it instead of us.
I can't. I'm definitely
and I
not.
see what you're saying, guys. But Can you tell me what I did was wrong? Entirely.
No.
You did not do anything wrong, Damien. Stick
No,
by
no.
I am. If he feels like he wants to talk after telling me off, after I'm trying to save him from whatever is going on in his own goddamn head, he can come and talk to me.
But that's what I'm getting at, Damien. Obviously, Vesper's physical form is here. Only you will know if it's actually your cousin or if it's this thing. And besides that,
Now,
if
would
it,
Moon be able to actually tell the difference, though?
she probably could as well, but I would imagine that Moon would not want to be near Vesper, especially by
absolutely
herself.
not.
So
Agreed.
Damien, if you I understand where you're standing at on your principle, and I'm with you. If you were trying to watch out for Moon and he was not himself, but you should go talk to him, at least, see if it's him. If it's not him, then we got a whole nother bottle of problems.
As I kind of scoot back and just turn my back to them.
We're right here, Damien. If shit's not on the level, we got you.
What
By
the
the-
fuck are you doing here?
By the way, before you guys get into this, because I know this is going to be good, Nellis is going to turn to Whisker Wrench and he's going to try to fill him in on the family drama. Okay? So, go ahead, you two.
What the fuck are you doing here? You coming to say sorry?
Do you remember when your mother taught us this song?
Of course I bloody remember.
Do you remember why she taught us this song?
Slips my mind.
It's my 14th birthday. And I thought you had gotten me a cool new pet. But it wasn't a pet. It was a trick. A cruel trick. And I was incredibly sad. Sorrowful almost. And she said that no matter what, we should stick together, thick and thin, lifting each other's spirits. And if we ever felt sad or drifted apart, think about this song.
So you think by just playing a song that my mother taught us, everything is just cool and dandy?
I didn't say it was. Fact of the matter
Aye.
is, you still killed me.
Aye,
Now, I
you're
may...
goddamn right I did.
Now. Luckily, I am still here. And I
Aye.
do appreciate you, Scroll, for that. But I got a chance to end my mother. If for a brief moment. And that's when I remembered this song. And what happened. So. Put the bad times. Let's get through this. Got a ship.
We don't have.
But you,
Yuri's gone. As one of the party, for that because they would be with the party and get information that way. When one turned their back on the party, they don't get that information.
the back on. You killed me recollection of anything except when I came to, your arrows were lost.
Aye.
So I'm sorry if I got a little bit hurt about it
Aye.
because I saw the one person in the world I could trust had shot me.
Aye.
So yes, I needed time to reflect.
Needed time to reflect. Did you by chance ask us what had happened and what had transpired?
Did you have any chance to ask me anything?
Yes, I did. And you were very defensive.
I don't recall.
Aye. Just
No,
like you don't
I said
recall
I
the
was still
entire
learning
situation.
about what was happening. I was gravely injured in battle. I passed out, and when I came to, there were arrows in my chest. I don't remember what happened when I passed out, and for that, I have no excuse. But I'm here now, am I not?
Aye. And with what trust? Think it said for you with me.
Just like that, a lifetime of family bonding, gone in an instant. Some family.
Aye. Some family. Yet when I did use this scroll to revive you, you were nothing but unfucking grateful.
As I said, I'm here
You
now.
don't tell me, you hardly told me what was going on with you until you did. Way too late. And what has transpired? A bunch of shit. And who do you think got us into it? Reflection needs a. Oh, Nellis was the one that grabbed the book, opened it, agreed to something he did not know.
Actually, it's Valmora. She wanted it. Library. That's where I found the book.
Always
But I'm not
trying-
pointing fingers.
Always trying to point fingers.
Yeah, well, I older cousin.
Aye. Well, maybe you should learn from your older cousin. Use
And
your
what? Family.
use your head. Because if I'm being completely honest, and obviously this is my own opinion, you were not using yours when you made whatever decision you did.
All I did was open a book. And I'm here with the book, ready to destroy it. And put it all behind us.
Huh?
But if you can't
What is that going to do?
get on that program, then I'll just go somewhere else. I don't need to be a part of this.
Aye. And if you feel that way, as a cousin, as your family, I respect that notion.
Clearly, I don't feel this way. Because I'm here, playing a song that brought us together in the past. Trying to do it again now. But you're the one who can't get through your head that I'm just trying to make it right. And I saw...
Aye. So are you going to go apologize to the rest of the party?
Yes.
Because
After
from my understanding, you were trying to go after Moon.
Was that me? No.
Oh, so you remember?
Well, that's all you guys keep saying.
Ah, yes. The one who turned away and left. Yeah, that one understood what talking about when you weren't there. I understand. Look, do as you see fit. You've lost trust in me.
Really, I never
and
had
I've
it.
lost. Aye.
As I walk away.
Yeah. Vespa, don't. Yeah, well. I'm gonna assume that could have gone better. Well, Damien, was he your cousin or was he whatever?
Can't care less.
What?
Excuse me?
It will be as he sees fit. always been that way.
Right, but was he your cousin or was he the blob monster?
No, he was obviously himself.
Well, that's good. What did he
It's
say?
more than a glob monster.
Well, I don't know, Moon. You all said he was a black puddle on the ground.
I have some more answers. I've spoken to the god of death, and he's explained quite a lot to me.
Oh, well, spill it.
Damien, would you like to come closer to listen in?
I could hear you.
The
Well,
god of death has said,
I'm gonna go get some harder drinks. I'll be right back.
probably needed for this group. He has said that beings of great power come to very much care about their power and even seek to have it after they pass through death. And those beings who still try and have that power in the void, they are cursed out. They're cast out of the void because there is no power in anything beyond your mortal self who is alive in the void. Those beings with great power, they latch on to an artifact and sometimes a being. And that is what that black goo is. It's a great and powerful being who has been cast out of the void for trying to hold on to his power. It's latched on to, I think maybe that book that he keeps referring to. When we got one from the library, didn't he have that? I believe it's that book. But Death has also told me that if he does not want to relinquish this being and he accepts it into his body, then he is too far gone. And if we destroy the artifact, it will make his being the artifact.
Sheesh, Moon.
Killing the artifact would save him as long as he still wants to get rid of it.
Damien, did he have that thing with him? The book?
I didn't look for it. I was looking and listening to his words.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, if what Moon says is that book is the problem, then we need to get him away from it.
We need to first make sure that it is still within the artifact, and it is not in his body. We saw it again.
Well, how do we figure that part out?
I think that I'm with the ability to see if it's still in his body with my connection to my religion.
Yeah, well, you also said he tried to attack you, so what's to say you get close enough to him that he doesn't try to do the same again?
I don't think that I'd ever be alone with him. You wouldn't let me do that, would you?
Yeah, that's a fair point, but you said it's a powerful being. Who's to say that we can take it?
Well, we can't take it without his permission. Vesper needs to accept it. Except that he wants to relinquish this thing, and we'd be able to save him. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink.
This is true.
I have a feeling our artificer friend here might disagree with that statement. You know, he probably could tinker up some sort of tool for that, couldn't you, bud? As Nellis is kind of snide about it.
I could tinker up a lot of different things.
We should
All
talk
right.
to how to approach.
If you give me the chance.
Well, you know what? This is a good point. Whisker Wrench, you're not. You haven't been with us through all of this. As somebody from the outside, how would you suggest to figure out how to get a book away from somebody and see if it still has evil powers inside of it?
Listen, I don't know too much about all. Seems Moon knows a little bit more than I do. But I think we could figure out ways to get it away, but I'm gonna have to agree with her. That's gonna have to be something that he's willing to get rid of.
Well,
I mean, we could just snatch it from him.
That won't help. If that being has that goo is that being and it absorbed into his skin. If Vesper is holding that within his body willingly, then we destroy the artifact and he becomes the artifact. It won't do anything if we just take it from him.
You do have a point there, Moon.
well, either way, we're gonna have to confront Vesper. And he just walked out of here, and Lord knows where he disappeared to again.
I swear, I just want to punch him in his shit.
Yeah, well, I don't think that'll actually help anything, Val. Well. Damien, he's your cousin. What do you think we should do?
Kill him again.
Well, obviously, whatever choice I made last time didn't go correctly. Because it's obviously fucked everything up. So, it is not my choice.
I think we should kill him.
Val, we already tried that, and look at the situation we're in.
No, we use the scroll of revivification. I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, Valmoria? Where do we get that? I used the only one we had.
I know. I said that time we killed him when we used the scroll. This time we just kill him.
Val, I can't.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Nellis. I'm just kidding.
Val, this is.
Valmoria really does have a sense for bad humor.
Yeah, well. Listen. I don't want to see anything bad happen to Vesper, alright? And maybe this is just, my own stupidity talking here, because I took a piece of jewelry thinking it was an easy payday, and it turned out to be this all-powerful thing that caused a star being to show up on a ship and talk about casting it into a place where nobody could get to it except some sort of father of the world or some shit like that. Either way, I'm guilty too for picking up random shit that's bad for all of us. If he's picked up a book or something that's bad for him and is causing all of our headaches, I say we try to help him get rid of it. If he's willing to. If he's not, well,
He said he was willing to.
He did.
Aye.
Well, then let's find him. I mean,
Damien, I'm sorry, Nellis. Just one question before we all head off. What did Vesper say to you, Damien?
I just relay everything that we had talked about.
So, let me get this straight. He was trying to make amends with you?
He was trying to let bygones be bygones.
Yeah, that's not the
A
same.
situation that lets. This is not a situation that needs to have bygones be bygones.
You remember the conversation that we had?
We've had a lot of conversations about Moria.
The last one we had on the ship, on the Gale Wind.
Aye.
This is that moment I was talking about. It's your opportunity to strengthen that bond. It's rocky right now. It's tough. But through this, it'll make you guys stronger than ever.
Aye. As also with little trust as ever.
Trust can be rebuilt, bud.
I
But-
follow your lead.
Well, we gotta figure out where he went to. Get in! Notice, what can I do for you? Any idea where Vesper ran off to when he left here? Mm-hmm. We need to find him. Well, he's standing out back the tavern right now. Yes? He's right out the back door, actually. Kind of scared me, to be honest. I wasn't expecting him to be standing there. Well, I guess that solves that problem. All right. Well, I'm going outside to talk to him. Are you coming with Whisker?
Where you go, I go.
Yeah, that's what I figured. All right. Let's go. Oh, nope, wrong one. This one. Oh, let's see here.
Boone is gonna be dragging behind everybody, though. She's gonna be keeping her distance.
Let's we're gonna reuse the town square map for this. So I'm gonna say that right over here in these crates is the back of the tavern. This is not exact, but we're just gonna say this is it, okay? And then we'll come out the front door here. And then I need to pull Whisker to this map because he doesn't have his token here. Okay. There we go. That should put everybody on the board. Oh, damn. I messed that up. All right. All right, here we go. Vesper, are you back here?
Hang on, I gotta figure out where the hell I am. There we
By
go.
the horse and crates.
Yeah. Yes, Nellis. How are you?
Apparently I'm doing a shite better than you are. The cartography guild sent a youngin' to come follow me around as an apprentice.
That's seems pretty cool, though. No,
That's a hard.
Looks like you get an extra student when we fly the ships late at night.
The worst part about it
Anyway.
is he's one of them artificers, a tinkerer, you know. He'll probably tell
Could
me
prove
all.
useful in our journey.
I'm sure he thinks he is.
Yeah, ain't that right? As long as he doesn't tell you how to fix your ship, right?
Yeah.
But I've had some time to think. I think it's time we get rid of this thing.
Damien had made mention that you said that.
Oh, he's talking good of me all of a sudden.
Vesper, listen, I won't even begin to tell you about family, because I just don't know. My mom and dad were gone a long time when I was just a kitten. All I've ever known has been by myself. So I can't tell you the first thing about no family squabbles. All I know is that right now, you're hurting something bad. And that has caused some sort of tension between you and your cousin. And if it's this thing, this book or whatever, I think it would be for the best. But I'm not about to tell you how to live your life, man. I've made some choices I'm not proud of either, and I gotta deal with them. So...
all I wanted to do was be strong enough to protect my friends and family after everything. That's all I've ever wanted. But my cousin just clearly he's killed me. I mean, I still have the holes. But I understand why he did it. I do. Like I said, I've had time to think. Sit back on it. But I came to him basically with an olive branch, and he basically didn't call me family anymore. So I'm here for whatever you need me, but I don't know.
Well,
apparently there's a dead guard still in the street as well. You see that? He must have just killed over.
It's a little warm out here. I'm sure they'll haul him away. I don't know why he's dead. there. That's what happens when I reuse maps.
Must have been heat stroke.
I think it was just an illusion. I think he's all right. He's up walking around now.
Oof. Moon must have been around.
Well, Vesper, let's just do one thing at a time, all right? If you're ready to get rid of that thing, I need to know.
I am.
Moon said that she talked with her dead god, or the god of death, and he talked about.
Our god's not dead.
Yeah, for reals. Seems to be the only one who knows what's going on around here. He said something about this thing, this creature, this being attaches itself to artifacts. Yeah.
This must have been the book, because that's when this all started.
Right, but there's some concern that maybe it's not attached to the book no more. That it's attached to you.
I mean, I haven't heard anything about it since I've come to. You know, the book still is here. It glows. But I haven't touched it.
Can I see it? All right.
As I take like a handkerchief almost, touch the book to then like pull it out of my bag because I don't want to have direct contact. See?
You'll give it to me to destroy?
If that's what's the crew, I mean, yeah, I don't want this anymore. Look at what it's done to me and my cousin. I mean, he killed me. I don't want to be killed. We have vengeance for our families that we wanted to pursue together. We had a ship that we stole together.
Yeah, about that, Vesper. Yuri took the ship and he took off on his own.
I'm gonna like almost fall back into this barrel, this box that's behind me. I'll, like put my hand on it, like I'd take him back. What? Damien had mentioned something, but in all his anger, did he crash?
No, he left a note, and it said that when he talked with the Star Wanderer, he gave him some information about saving some people that he wronged. Said that every time he did anything, he had to like get payment, you know. And I just thought it was him being cheeky, you know, always out for a dime or something. But apparently, it was a curse or something, some sort of payment he had to make up for. Well, I guess when he talked with the Star Wanderer, he figured out a way to get out of that, to undo it, and he took the opportunity of having the whatever the Star Wanderer gave him and being alone on an airship to take opportunity to try to fix that. I wish
I gotta say, I'd probably do the same if I was given the opportunity to save my people.
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody here would jump at the opportunity to right a wrong that they did in their past.
Sure.
Nellis, Vesper.
Hello, Valmoria.
Hello. Is everything going okay? Seems to be taking quite a time.
Sorry, Val. I was just I was filling him in on Yuri. No, I got it right here, Val. And Nellis holds up the book and the handkerchief, you know.
And you told him of Moon's premonitions?
Yeah. Look, the book is still glowy, so I'm gonna go out on a limb and say whatever that thing is still in this book.
It was still in the book. Wait. But the thing was never... As Valmoria looks over at Vesper, eyes squinted, kind of like in a little deception. But that thing that we saw on the ground, it went back into you, Vesper.
I don't recall. I just remember yelling at Damien, looking at the arrows in my chest, stammering a step back, taken back about the scene of arrows. And then I ran off the ship once we got to port because I just needed time to think.
Right.
So you guys say that I was somebody else, or taken control over by something. And yes, I did mention to Damien and even Nellis at one point that I did hear voices. But since coming back, I haven't heard a voice since. And I haven't touched that book. Even asked Nellis, I'd used this handkerchief to cover my hand before I touched the book.
A handkerchief is going to stop you from...
Well, if direct contact with an item, yes. Something in between would prevent direct contact. At least that's how I know the mystical arts. I don't... Do you know more than I? I'm just... This is all new to me, and I'm just...
Well,
I lost...
well, that's...
I lost my cousin.
That's a good point, Val, and here I am standing here holding this thing with a handkerchief,
Yeah.
I'm not hearing any voices, so I'm gonna assume handkerchief works? Question marks?
Or it could be... Hold on, wait one moment. Okay. Hold on.
Anyway.
I have an idea, Nellis. You remember that time we were at the library? And I was able to dispel that magic at a very high level.
Yeah.
So, what if we tried that first?
To dispel the magic on the book?
Yes.
I mean, I don't... Sure, why not?
But the thing is, here's my point. Okay, if I dispel the magic, then it should have a large amount of energy radiating from it. Correct?
I mean, sounds pretty sound to me.
Okay. Just wanted to be sure. We'll do it.
Nellis is going to take a step back as he sets the book down on a top of a crate nearby.
Well-
I need you to do me a favor. Can you pull my character sheet in? Because my detect magic is not on there. And on Forge or D&D Beyond, it actually says that I have that as a prepared spell. There
Well,
we go.
with that, I'll bid you adieu since the party wants nothing to do with me these days.
No,
come here,
Vesper.
Nah, bring your ass back here, Vesper. Where are you going? Come back here. You don't get to go away from this that easy, buddy. You've been away from the group long enough.
It's been like an hour,
I don't
maybe
care.
2 hours.
I don't care. Stay your ass right here. If not, do you want me to slap you to eternity?
Why not? Somebody else who wants to kill me. Add it to the list.
Hey, hold on. Let's just call the cow a cow, Nellis. Okay, hold on 1 second, Nellis. Vesper, come here. Damien, come here. Come here. Come here.
No, thank you.
No. Come here. Oh, you run. You running? That's okay. Right. No, seriously though. Seriously, Vesper. All I've been hearing this time since you've had this moment with your cousin, I understand, okay? I understand that you're hurt. That he
I'm not the one who's hurt. Yes, I'm upset. But I've put out the olive branch. And he turned it away.
You did. And you've had time to think about it. But all I keep hearing you say is that someone killed you. Someone killed you.
My family killed me.
Yes, your family.
I've never died.
Well, I mean, we could ask Nellis. I think Nellis would be a better person to ask that. But all I'm saying is, you may have died, but it wasn't you who died. It was that entity that died. It just consumed your vessel.
It was my body. What do you mean I didn't die?
But had you told us the entire truth about what's been going on, this would.
I didn't know the entire truth. How many times do I have to tell you?
You didn't know the entire truth. So this thing is just speaking in your head the whole entire time.
Which I've said.
To who?
Damien and Nellis. I've just said that.
Oh, I had no idea.
We've only met but a few months ago. Wouldn't expect you to know everything about my personal life.
Right, the same
if
thing.
You remember,
as Nellis.
You didn't like me that much. Nellis at least shows interest.
You know what? You're right.
And he's helped me if I've asked to be taught how to fly a ship, which I've never seen before. He's taken the time. Every night during our journey, he's helped me learn how to fly a ship.
All I'm saying, Vesper, is Damien, time after time, when you was going through your thing and you was so hurt about him doing what's right to save the whole entire party and yourself in the process because it would have consumed you, and then probably eventually off to your vessel as a tribute to some better vessel. All I'm saying is the time that Damien took time after time after time to apologize, to reassure you that he still has your best interest, even though he had to do the thing that was painful. Really, he tried and tried and tried.
Tried.
Tried and
call
tried.
an attempt of
All
apology.
I'm saying is,
don't know where you're from.
get off your ass and do what it takes to make amends. It might not happen today or tomorrow.
Do you
but
not think
both
that's
of
what
you
I'm
cannot
doing?
give up.
Do I not have possession of this entity right now? Nellis is the one holding it, and the longer you bicker with me about if I'm this or that, Nellis may be possessed now.
He's not
So
holding
get to it,
It's
Mr.
on the ground.
Magic Man.
It's on the ground, and I am going to do it. I'm going to do it right now, but I'm just letting you know that this shit that's going on between you and your cousin.
You know, Vesper, I'm just telling you that she's really hot when she's mad. You know that? Also, she's almost 100% right. I was totally gonna discard your body as soon as I got what I wanted. Now, I realize I was wrong too, so... But she's not wrong. She nailed me 100%.
I'm just letting you know, Vesper, that you and Damien, whatever it is, y'all need to figure it the fuck out. Because if not, I'm going to handle both of y'all
I don't know
myself.
why you're coming to me.
Bye, Vesper. Bye, Vesper.
Goodbye, Velmoria. All right, Nellis, pick up the book and follow the bitch.
I guess.
It's down. It's nope. It's already here. It's on the ground. I'm going to cast the text spell.
It's
you
on the
stay your
ground
ass
where?
right here.
He put
It's
the
on-
ground right here.
I put it on this box. It's on this box right here.
And you're walking away, which means you left the book there.
No, I'm right here.
Oh,
But
okay.
Stay right here, because Vesper.
You just told me bye. Now you want me to stay. Make up your mind. Is this menopause? Come on, you can talk to me.
Oh my god.
I rolled for detect magic on this book, solely on this book at 3rd level.
3rd level detect magic on the book. The book does begin to glow with the presence of magic.
But how strong?
It glows.
Yes, but you remember when we was at the library and I detected that magic. It was
You rolled a nat 20.
level. It was a great, but it was a great level of magic, and I had to do like a high DC saving throw. So I'm using that prior knowledge to be like, well, if this book has this entity in it that's so strong for what Moon said, it should be radiating out of this fucking world.
I mean, it's not going to radiate as much as the library. The library had more than one magical item in it.
Correct.
Don't forget it. It also had the boon that we all touched that we haven't even used yet.
That is correct.
Okay.
Be honest, I forgot about that.
Well, it's Jolly's good, the only one who can activate it. So
Well, okay.
all we know is we touched it. We don't know what we got and when it activates or how.
Looks like
right.
it's
Right. Okay.
looks like it's glowing and it has magic. I kind of give Vesper a side eye, and I hold my head up, give him
Thank
the
you.
stankest, give
Bye-bye.
him the stankest ass look that I can give him before I walk off, and I
Sweet.
head toward the room.
Before you
just
walk
telling
off,
you.
should
though,
just
with how
move.
big the detect magic is, would Vesper also glow?
Well,
She
yeah,
used
he
it
has.
solely on the book.
Even if it was an AOE, of course Vesper would glow. Vesper is
He's a
Vesper.
magical creature.
Yeah, Vesper
That's
has
right.
magic, and he's carrying magical items on him. Of course, he would glow. And for that matter, Nellis would glow, Valmora would glow. I'm sure Whisker Wrench would glow, and even you would glow because you all have magic on you, and it was just a simple detect magic. So,
Right.
Okay. Well, Nellis, you're free to do whatever you feel.
See, she has you
Necessary.
prisoner now. Who knows?
Mm.
This one over here. Didn't know you needed to be free, Nellis.
Vesper, I'm just gonna say that you two would make amazing babies.
I'm gonna sigh and go, anyway, Nellis. Tell me
Well-
more about this apprentice.
Whisker, get over here.
Hey,
That's
Moon.
if, the crew wants me back. I don't mind being on my own. I've been on my own forever, it seems.
You're a artificy guy, right?
Yes, sir.
How would you go about destroying a magic item?
Moon is gonna walk over when you ask that, and she's gonna wait. Don't do that yet. You have to check Vesper.
Moon, I'm talking to him, and I feel like it's him. And even Damien said that it was him.
Lying to us, Nellis. You can't trust that.
Well,
I'm
I
gonna
trust.
touch Vesper and do an investigation. Wow.
At least it's not a 1, but it re-rolled, so it basically is your 1.
Oh my god. Whew.
Jolly, you were scared?
No, he's probably because something else is gonna happen. So.
I'm so happy. Moon, when you reach out and touch Vesper, Vesper's gonna be like, "Yo, like, you know, he's kind of standoffish, but you don't care. You just boom and you hit him, right?" Almost instantly.
You've never touched me before. Why are you touching me?
Instantly, Moon, you are just taken to this black place as you peer into the void, and you see just everything everywhere is just this vile black ooze like you've seen on the ship, and it just surrounds you. Everything.
Hello, Moon.
Moon is gonna completely stay silent. Do I need to make like a DC saving throw? She's not gonna interact with this at all.
I want you to do a DC Constitution save, but it's going to be the highest Constitution save we have ever done in this game.
Oh dear God.
DC 22 Constitution save.
Are you fucking kidding me? That's a nat 20, bro. Holy shit.
Constitution may have, I don't know.
All right.
Oh, this is interesting.
Wow.
Oof. You can use a lucky.
I don't have
She
any.
used her lucky
I'll
and
give you
her
one
10.
for this. I'll send you one for the sake of the double bad rolls. I'm gonna send her one.
All right.
As long as it's not a nat 20.
Can I like give her some kind of enhanced ability? Because I like maybe I noticed that she's like in a trance.
Do you have guidance or anything like that?
He's got that cat's grace thing.
I got it. Yeah, I got it on.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Constitution checks. Bears endurance gains 2d6 temper. Wait. Target has advantage on Constitution checks. Yeah, and it also gains 2d6 temporary hit points, which are lost when the spell's ended. So yeah.
Oh great! I gave her a lucky, and she gets advantage. This is gonna suck.
Yeah. Here you go, Moon. There's your advantage. I don't have anything else. Wait.
All right.
Can I stack it with
guidance? She does have
it's
guidance.
Concentration, so it's one or the other.
Yeah. Oh god. No. Oh yeah, it is. Both of them are concentration. Oh shit. Do you want her to have advantage, or do you want her to have a plus D4 to the number?
Moon, which one do you want? Which one do you prefer?
I don't know. I've been rolling low, so real low.
Probably advantage then.
Let's do it. Let's do the enhanced ability so you can do advantage.
All right.
God damn it, Slow. You pay too much attention, man. This is roleplay, dog. God damn.
That's why I pay attention, dude. Because I need to know what's going on.
Oh.
Not enough.
Do you have any like inspo?
I have inspos. I've got an 8, 6, and a 4.
Is this
Before-
an inspiration?
Before you
something that she's
inspo the roll, all right? before you inspo the roll, I'm going to role play some more things out.
Okay.
That's fine, Moon. You don't want to talk to me. I don't really need to talk to you either. I'm more interested in getting at your god, and you have a direct line to him. But those days are behind me now. When I attacked you on the ship, it was out of rage, and spite, and malice. I just wanted to be me again. I know that'll never happen. So, I made an arrangement that was beneficial to us all. I agreed to stay in the shadows and power your friend here. In exchange, he would act as my vessel and allow me to live on. You have no reason to trust me. But if you keep your silence about what you have seen in Vesper's heart, then, just then, maybe I could provide you with something of equivalent in exchange. So what say you, Moon? Care to make a deal with the devil?
I have a deal with a god.
That you do. But your
You
god
don't
is
compare
not
him.
infallible.
Wow. Christian
No one
McCaffrey
is.
point. Sorry.
You are defying your own destiny
I
each
absolutely
and every
did.
day, and you are taking over somebody else to fulfill your dirty fantasies.
Not any longer.
I am not interested in anything that you can offer me.
Perhaps knowledge about your family and why they left you in that cathedral?
No need. I am content with my life from the past to this moment. I do
Very
not need
well.
knowledge of my ancestry. It does not matter.
Even if that ancestry has to deal with the god of death killing your parents, so that he could get possession of a powerful monk one day to do his bidding.
I wouldn't doubt it if I was that person. He can't wait for me to be within the veil. I am not concerned. I know this is an eventual certainty of my destiny.
Absolutely, it's an eventuality. But how many times have you ventured into his domain willy-nilly, and he allows it every time? Do you know of any other monks who have laid eyes on the infinite void and come back to the physical plane?
Not at all.
Exactly. The god of death himself has special needs of you, and reveals himself to you, which is why I sought you out. He has alternative motives as well. You keep that in mind, Moon. But you reveal me to the group, and you will lose any knowledge that I can give to you. You think about that.
Go ahead and add any more to the concentration. Or add more of your inspiration at this time if you want to.
This would get me out of the trance.
It will get you out of problems.
Okay. Well, here's an 8, and here's my 6.
You're gonna roll them both?
Yeah.
21 misses.
Mm.
Just need one more.
Oh.
Yeah, I have a 4 left.
You do.
Yes, I do.
And that'll be enough. Moon, as you take your hands off of Vesper, you don't feel any different, but you retain the knowledge of what just happened. What is it that you will do?
Spill my guts. Moon doesn't lie.
Oh shit, she doesn't. Oh,
Moon has never lied to any person in this group. She considers them family and she will not keep them in the dark.
oh hell.
Moon,
This is where hell breaks loose.
as you begin to tell what you have just witnessed when you touched Vesper, what is it that you will do in this instance?
Oof. And I will disappear.
How the hell you gonna do that? I mean, please tell me.
What do you mean?
He ain't. Oh, greater potion available. He still had that? I thought he used it.
Nope, he had one.
Still here in my inventory.
Motherfucker. I still got detect magic open. So, I mean, he went invisible, but he's still glowing. Where you at, buddy?
Once he's
Actually, that is also a concentration spell. So once you used enhance ability, detect magic would have disappeared.
Yep.
No.
Oh,
right.
damn, man. Look at Slow-Mo with he's just fighting everything.
I'm going to go over here, right? Like around this corner.
Okay.
And because I'm fucked anyway, right? At this point, I'm going to use command with my pack slot now.
Ooh.
Actually, I can't because everybody knows the command only works on one person.
What do you mean?
Because I was going to use command to say, speak a word to create one to command a creature to see within range, target the most, blah, blah, blah. So if everybody knows, even if I silenced Moon, everybody else knows already.
Moon hasn't had an opportunity to spill it all yet.
What do you mean? He just had enough time to take an invisibility potion and then cast a spell before she could even say anything?
Well, no, she would
'cause I thought
probably
she
be.
spelled it.
She'd probably be in the
Oh, I
middle
would
of telling you.
I'd say Vesper made a deal with it.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's
so by that point,
that's good. Yeah, no, that would be
Already, yeah.
that would be enough. Yeah, that would be enough. Even the command wouldn't be. That's too far. That's too much information already. So even even if you silenced her, yep.
She when that thing told her about taking her memories, that was an immediate. I need to say it as fast as I can. Which is why she stayed silent at the end and did not give him an answer.
That motherfucker. He lied and told us that the book had all of the power and magic in it.
never said that it had it all. You twisted my words.
All the
He implied that the artifact was the book.
He did imply it. In fact, he did. Yes.
Oh, shit is backfiring.
But
Is Jolly, would I have had time while she was touching me to transfer it to her?
No, man. What
That
the
was-
fuck?
Time out.
That
I'm
was
just
her
asking a question.
Constitution saving throw.
Okay. You son of a bitch. I shouldn't have gave you the lucky. See, this is what I get for helping you. You send me I want to have fun for like 3 more episodes. I even asked it if I could get rid of it later, and it said fine. And you're throwing me under the bus immediately. You don't even let me get to have any fun.
No fun. No fun.
Guess what? Now I get to have all the fun.
Yeah, but what would you be able to do in the time that she would relay that information? Because you have to remember, everything that has transpired has already transpired.
Yep.
Oh, I'm disappeared now. You don't even know where I'm gone. Poof.
Oh, exactly. I'm saying, like, you know, anything else you do, like, I mean, you know, what would you do, you know?
I could be on a different plane working out with Pete. Who knows? You'll never know.
That's very, very true.
You never know. And that's that.
So
Vesper has been written away into the sunset until a later date.
So we explained to him that Moon saw this premonition, that even though we have the book and the artifact, that he could still make an agreement and he become the artifact or the vessel.
Yep.
He gives us the book. Nellis, you were standing right there. He gave us the book and said that we could destroy it because he didn't want it no longer. Yeah, but he only said that because he knew he still had. Wow.
Well, where is he?
We don't know.
By the way, where's the book, by the way? I'm
It's
curious.
on the crate, right in the middle of everybody.
Well,
Sorry.
so what happened? Hello? What happened?
Moon went over and touched him and then went into this little trance thing, and she came back out and she said that he bonded with the entity. So essentially he tried to deceive us. God, I'm so fucking... I knew it! Nellis, I told you!
Do I retain my memories, though?
You do. That was the Constitution saving throw, was to prevent the entity from infecting you to save itself.
Okay. So, Moon is going to say, now there's something that you must know about me as well. This entity seemed to have information on me. He said he had told me that the god of death killed my parents so that he could eventually have a monk of his own. And he believes that I am that monk, or at least implied it, which is why I can freely go into the veil and speak to him without any repercussions.
Mm-hmm. Do you think
Will you
it's...
take that up with your god?
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know, talking with one's god is, you know, that's something that the clerics and the paladins and that kind of stuff, they're the ones that commune with gods, not monks usually. So for a monk to be able to do that, that is something special, Moon.
But again, the thing still remains. If something as an entity as him or that thing would want to stir up some kind of confusion, don't you think he would say something like that? Why? We have no idea, but don't you think he would try to cause some confusion to save himself?
Well, it's made no qualms about wanting to protect itself. I mean, it even told Moon as such. It wanted her to keep quiet so that it could be safe.
Exactly.
He offered me a deal to have information on my parents and all of that information in order to keep quiet.
This is getting excessive. What are we gonna do? Vesper's made a pact deal with an unknown entity. Listen, put your relationships all aside with him. That's Vesper we're talking about. He's been with us since we started this whole crazy nonsense, and he's been nothing but helpful to all of us, you know? And yeah, granted, he shows up one night, he found a rock in the mines. It turns out to be some sort of fucking token to hell. He ends up giving it to some kid, feels bad about it. Then he picks up a book in the library that's a demon or whatever it is, and he fucking gives him darkness powers. Like what the fuck? And then on top of that, we kill a fucking Balrog with a magic eye, but yet he doesn't take the opportunity, he yeets that bitch into the water, you know? So, like, I don't know about you all, but Vespa is definitely there, and he's definitely trying to do what's best for us. I feel it. I know it.
You know, here's you know what, Nellis? I can't help but feel like I'm to blame for all of this, because had I not even notioned to the idea of going to the library, we wouldn't have been in this situation. Yet alone cast Dispel, so I can dispel the magic. It's
right.
I feel like I take full responsibility for this.
Val, but if you hadn't got us in that library, we wouldn't have got the information we needed to get back at Blackthorn. You know?
Yeah.
It's a double-edged sword. You didn't know that book was going to be the one that Vespa picked off the shelf. You know? It was a roll of the dice. All I'm saying is that my friend Vespa is out there right now making deals with devils. And as much as I don't like the idea of him having some sort of entity, I want to be as close to him as possible, because if shit does go sideways and he needs my help, that's where I'm going to be. I'm going to be right next to him. So I don't know what you all want to do about this, but I'm going to go find Vespa, because if and when he needs me, I want to be there. And Whisker, you ain't got a choice. You're stuck with me. So let's get out of here. We're going to go find Vespa. You three figure out what to do with the book, because it's obvious that it's still got bullshit with it, too.
Jolly, with the darkness still being in the book, would it be able to, would I still know what's going on, potentially?
Not unless you're close.
Symbiotic that way? Do you know what I mean?
No.
Okay,
so
no, I'm long gone at this point, yeah.
Yeah, this thing put what it considered useless memories into the book in order to feign that it was still there. So it has no connection to it.
All right. I was just double checking to see if I kind of had that extra little bit of pizzazz.
Nope.
Nellis.
Yeah.
I understand where you're coming from. I still want to be with him too, but he deceived everyone here. Straight to your faces too. I don't know about you, but I feel like there must be some trust lost. And if you're going to go after him alone, with your other feline friend, Whiskey, are you sure you're going to have that trust in him?
I have to, Damien. I don't get many friends. And right now, Vespa needs me. And if it costs me my last
really
life...
consider a friend?
Yeah, Valmore, I do. Because I fought with him, and he saved me. And Vesper's as good a friend as the rest of you are. To me. And this cat has gone 8 of my 9 lives without having anybody to call family. And right now, we got a black sheep of the family running loose. So yeah, is there trust lost? Sure. But at the same notion...
He still needs help.
Yeah. Yeah, he does, Moon. So, you know what? I'm going after him. I'm going to find him, and I'm going to figure out if there's something I can do to help. And maybe I don't need to help him. Maybe this is just who he's going to be. And if that's the case, then I guess I have to make some decisions on whether or not I should call him friend still. But, you know, it's what I got, you know? So, you three figure out what you're going to do with that book and what you're going to do with yourselves. Hopefully I can find him. If not...
Nellis, where can we meet up if
Well,
you do or do not find him?
I'm going to my ship. I'll be there later if I don't find him. And even if I do, I might take him there. You all go to the house and sort yourselves out, I guess. Maybe it'd be nice to spend a night apart. Come on, Whiskey.
Well, guys, I don't know about y'all, but this kind of sucks. We literally went from triumphantly fighting against all odds, defeating enemies, to now what it is, a dysfunctional family.
We can stay a dysfunctional family as long as we don't destroy the book. Eventually, I think that we can make Vesper come to the decision that he doesn't need that power.
The strength.
The only problem is he's searched for power and knowledge his entire life.
But maybe, just maybe, if we can get him to understand that the strength of family and friends is the strongest power that anyone can ever have.
Hold on, Moria. He told me to let it go and trying to make things better, but he deceived me as well. And he preached family. So, I do not trust him. I love him, but I do not trust him. I cannot. When he talks about our family like that, and lies about it, that is where the draw is line.
Well, I guess we should head back home. You guys wanna travel solo, or would you like to all travel together?
Why don't we travel together?
Unless you all want to go stop by Jenkins, I will see you back at the house. Gideon said he was going to send some food and some water and supplies over to him. I want to make sure he received them all.
I wouldn't mind speaking with Jenkins as well. It could relieve some of the, or it could slow down some of the thoughts that are going through my mind. Bring some kind of normality to my life.
Hey. Moon, will you accompany us?
Of course I'll join. I'd love to make sure that he's doing okay. He's had quite the journey himself.
Hey. But Moria, he did say that he was helping work on your orb, I believe, when he transported to the tower.
You know, Damien, at the point that I'm at right now, I don't want to think about any magic. I don't want to think about any kind of anything. All I want is for all of us to be okay. And knowing that Vesper is out there and that the only family that he's had, you, he's lost the trust and the whole group dysfunctional. Just want to go to Jenkins and then give him unconditional care.
Bye.
As the three of you make your way out of the backside of the tavern, through the muddy streets of Eighth Year's Landing, or I shouldn't say the cobblestone streets because you're still inside the walls. You've made your way over across the river bridge completely in silence, the three of you, just with your own thoughts. Moon, maybe you will have kept a eye to the sky, if you will, just hoping to catch a peek of maybe seeing Vesper walk by. Damien and Valmora, you're probably heads down, just walking with your thoughts, And as you approach the wooden boardwalk along the river, heading towards the wall of the city, nestled against it is Jenkins' Emporium. As you get closer to it, go ahead and clean the board up here, since the ear not with you. There you go.
Before we go in, I've got to walk Bentley.
Take a quick 5.
You want to take a break, Tenor?
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a 10-minute break, and then we'll come back and wrap this up.
Since it's next to the water here, I'm gonna put the Ocean East docks for sound.
Okay, that works.
I feel like music's been on point.
It has been fantastic.
Yes, it has.
Slow, I gotta say, man, fucking bravo to what you're doing. Holy shit. Fucking bravo.
I'm just trying to build the moments,
Dude, this is...
Yeah, he's trying to cause chaos. Chaotic evil.
If Jolly wants to switch my nature, he can. I'm chaotic good right now. It wouldn't be the first time he's changed my nature.
Oh, man.
Your own
This
family.
is so good.
Like, we got people in the chat. We got people in the chat that's following the story, that's talking about it. That was the whole plan. Gain your trusted poof. He's gone. It was a setup.
Oh my god.
I mean, that wasn't my main plan. But
No.
it was definitely,
And see,
It
this
works.
is also the downside to monologuing interactions between characters that aren't there, because that was a private moment between Vesper and the entity. And if you guys literally had never heard any of that, would you have even suspected to do what you just did, because you all knew that the entity was part of him. Even if you're trying to role play that you don't, you do,
Yeah.
I think because of the conversation with Moon and her god, that's the only thing that changed it. That's the thing that I kept in the back of my mind.
And I could see that. And that was part of the reason why the god said what he did, because it gave clairvoyancy to the fact that you would suspect such a thing.
Yeah.
By the way, welcome to Jenkins's new Emporium map. This is the first time.
About to say.
This is the first time anybody has seen it.
Does this mean Jay Jenkins is up and running?
We'll get to that when we get back in here. I don't want to ruin any surprises that Jenkins may have.
I'm about to say I'm not going to push the needle anymore. I was trying to channel my inner slow.
There's a lot to be said about trying to gain power so quickly, you know?
Oh yeah, no. I promise you, I can promise you this one thing. My quest to gain power, like that, I'm just here to role play, baby. Get what I can get while I can.
Right? Well, and
The
there's
simple
something to
shit.
be said about the difference between a quest for power in D&D and a quest for knowledge. You know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, Slow's character very much is the I need to be as strong as humanly possible and have as many tools in the tool belt as possible so that I can stop bad things from happening. And if that means that I need to make
You say
deals.
Tools?
That's good.
Oh, that's clever.
That's really good.
I've
I've only played with one artificer before. I'm kind of excited.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know what an artificer is.
You
Imagine Iron Man as a character.
don't.
Oh shit.
Mhm.
Yep.
Oh, this man
So,
can make. Oh,
This is
fuck,
what I thought you
Jenkins.
guys were gonna do, right? This is what I thought you guys were gonna do. Since now I'm on the run and invisible and blah blah blah.
Hold on,
I
wait.
thought
Can we save this until after?
when we're done.
Yeah. Done.
Yeah, I mean it's the time's passed, but yeah, we can.
Done. I don't want to.
I'm gonna let you know right now, just knowing what my abilities and shit are, I really are playing out differently.
Yeah, I wonder if we have the same idea. Anywhozer. Jolly, I sent you something in the group. In our private message.
Yeah.
If it gets to that point, there's that.
Oh,
What the
God.
hell are you cooking up?
He's trying to deceive us even more. He wants to play with the fun.
I'm
This is
having
his kind of
fun playing D&D. I'm sorry that I happened to make a deal to become a warlock, and immediately you decided, you know what, you're not allowed to be a warlock because we don't like that you have now new power. That's you know.
I mean,
Will the party understand the
as a new guy
reasoning?
coming in- As a
Listen,
new
no,
guy
I
coming in-
Will
completely
Damien
get it,
and
I do.
Vesper
This is
mend
kinda
the
crazy.
broken bridge of their family? Will Vesper become a darkness warlock?
Dragon Balls.
Stay tuned for the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. For
Will
weeks, I
Vesper
just have
be
to
able-
say this. For weeks now, ever since Slow realized that his build has been a little weird and it's not quite what he was after, and I mentioned the idea that he should multi-class into Warlock, and I wanted to do it through the storytelling, not just like, oh yeah, I've always been like a fighter Warlock mix. Yeah, duh. And like, you guys didn't realize, like, that's dumb. So I wanted to introduce this story element as it. And I gave him that book from the library, and it really didn't, I didn't have anything for it. And then with this, like the whole thought of this, I'm like, this is perfect. But the problem with that is it was a bad book, because I even said it was like this skin book with a bad looking face on it and everything. Like, so it's got to be a bad thing, you know? But is it
And
really?
I was all for it. Yeah, and I was all for it because at the end, what I
don't know, every
wanted to
time you
do.
say-
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Like, I don't know. I read Skin Book and all I could think of was Hocus Pocus.
Yeah, it was basically that.
Yeah, exactly.
So listen, this is what I asked for. We went into a library. I rolled a decent roll on like a restricted section that I had a key for, and I rolled. And he said, "What are you looking for specifically?" I said, "Well, I sent this kid to his death. I'd like to learn more about curses of sorts, so I can either one try to save him or just enhance my ability on the dark side of things because I just don't know the knowledge. Like I didn't realize what I did. Blah blah blah." So he gives me the skin book, and that's how it was. It was like, you have this skin book. I was like, oh, cool, it's got a thing. And then we came up with the actual design of it by playing Baldur's Gate, because there's a necromancy book that's identical to what we thought the book was going to look like.
Yeah, like it was weird because
And-
we hadn't even made it to that point in Baldur's Gate. And I was like, oh shit. Like this is a fucking
So
flesh
then-
book.
So then he goes, all right, I'm going to give you one spell out of it because you know, I don't want you to become super powerful off the rip or whatever the case may be. He goes, but everything's going to have some consequences, blah, blah, blah. I was like, cool. So he gives me like this shadow dart. It does like 1d10 darkness damage. You know, like nothing crazy. But when I use it, it's like, you know, I use anger, the dark side of the force kind of stuff. But it envelops my arm and my fingers, and like blackness runs through my veins. So then last session, Jolly came up with like this symbiotic idea. So then my mind immediately went to like Venom, and I've been trying to play it like that.
Yeah, it's been a crazy ride, Slow. And I'm not
We'll see how
sure.
it goes.
I'm not sure where. I'm not sure where it's gonna go. I'm gonna go use the bathroom while she's walking the dog. I'll be right back. Ooh, D&D is great.
Go, baby, go. Go, baby.
AP, you think we just start off with some Fortnite till it gets a little darker?
Hang on.
Oh, he's gone.
Go, baby, go. Go, baby, go. Go, baby, go.
I had a whole plan I was thinking about for like later, like another 2 weeks to like get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
All gone now.
Come on, Batman.
I wasn't expecting you.
Whew.
All right. Food.
I was gonna ask you something, AP, and I forgot what I was gonna say.
I just have to know,
Fortnite.
like,
Oh, AP, you wanted to start with Fortnite?
I mean, I'm good to kind of do whatever, honestly.
I'm good with Fortnite after this.
All right, cool.
Oh, I gotta ask.
I don't own Fortnite.
As a side table to this, right? You all have been so hunting this entity, right? Like this has kind of been the focus of today's campaign. As a side note, is there a world, in your opinion, in your character's opinion, where you could be in a party with Slow as a darkness warlock?
Absolutely.
Nah, fuck that.
Nah, fuck that. That was what I was waiting for. No, fuck that.
So, like, I mean, at least Damien, like, he wants the truth out of Vesper. He wants him to be completely honest with him. And once he is, and that point, sorries are exchanged, apologies are exchanged, hug, we all good.
Could have had that at the bar, but you
Could have
decided to
had
be an
that at the
asshole.
bar.
Yeah, but,
I get it. It was played perfectly. I even told you that when I texted you.
yeah.
Oh,
I don't know that Moon would feel comfortable being how her god has told her to stay away.
right. Your god told you to stay away, right? But did he tell you why to stay away?
No.
Maybe I'm here to liberate
And
you.
then this entity tells you it has knowledge that your god potentially handpicked you through your life to be his perfect little monk, right? Isn't it possible that there's a shred of doubt now, as small as it may be?
Definitely is. Moon is like, but Moon has it on the back burner.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
her idea of like coming forth about Vesper is that everybody in the party really cares about Vesper. The only way that we can help him is if we know the truth. And she knows that Vesper would have never said anything given that this being wants to be kept secret. There's no way we can help Vesper if we don't know the truth. And Moon is only having that in mind at the moment, going off of what her god has told her. Now,
Oh,
definitely
man.
she feels conflicted, but
Moon is
she feels
conflicted.
Conflicted.
Oh man, this right here, this episode is like, and when you touched him, Moon, all I've ever wanted you to do is touch him with this entity, because I have weaved the story of this entity and Vesper and you together. And all the moment you're like, I ran up to him and I touch him, I'm like, yes, this is perfect. Oh.
Moon is gonna end up going to want to do it again. But which is why she had originally like brought forth, this is what he said to me. But he also just said that he was trying to deceive everyone, still deceiving everyone. He said that he did want to attack me just to get to my god, and now he's abandoned that for his own selfish reasons. So she doesn't know how much to believe this entity with. Her god says that he's evil, or that I should stay away. And yet he has information on my family. He even knew like where I was brought to.
Yep.
What my family was. Like, he clearly has information. The god of death has told me that, you know, this is an old being that he's cast out from the veil.
Yep.
So there's already a huge confliction.
It's almost as if maybe God casting Lucifer out of heaven, you know?
He did call himself a demon.
You want to turn that on? That we can do.
He did call himself a demon. One thing you all know about how I DM, especially with these homebrews like this, is that I love to pull references and things from physical media. Because as soon as you make a connection to a physical media that you guys know, all of the symbolism and the storyisms behind it come to life for you. And like, even like Joe today, when he was like, you know about Naruto, and I was like, well, now Naruto is now canon in the campaign, you know? But it's things like that, you know? I mean, who's to say that one day
Thank you.
who's to say that one day that we're not on the ship and we find this island and we find a piece of fruit, and when you eat the fruit, you get a power, you know?
Oh, a little devil fruit?
Who knows?
So, let me tell you, the Dark Lord Voldemort himself is canon.
Apparently, yes. Yes, apparently it is.
Yeah,
You like how I said that? I was like, oh, the Dark Wizard Voldemort.
Probably should change his name to something else
I'm just here.
If it's a legend.
It's a legend.
I mean,
the Dark Lord of Voldemort.
Voldemort.
which means he's already been killed. He's murdered.
Yeah. It was a legend. There was a. You like how I did the? Have you ever heard the story?
Have you ever heard the story about Darth Sidious the Wise?
Have you ever heard of the story about Deathly Hollows?
Darth
No. I was just sitting there because I was told to keep my ship muted for a hot minute, and When he started
Oh.
talking about Naruto, I lost it. I'm glad
Oh, no.
I
did
was
too.
Hey,
I was-
Tim, you are vested in this
Who died?
campaign now, my sir. You're vested in it. You are free to talk and add to the role play at any time.
Hey,
Just
it's not
so you
like it
know.
wasn't suspicious you being here before.
That's-
Oh, yeah. I
Just-
guess I could take
well,
this
once you- once-
opportunity. So, I'll take the opportunity. Everybody's here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe?
Huh?
Okay, everybody's here.
Yes.
So, Terry, he messaged me a few weeks ago. Terry's got some family things going on right now, and his job at the pizza place, he is training new people, so he's got a more time commitment there right now. So he was like, I have to step away from the table because I can't be there every Sunday anymore. He's like, maybe one of these days everything will slow back down and I could come back. And I said, that's fine. But instead of having Yuri just tote it around where I just like pantomime him, we came up with a backstory for him, which we already had a lot of that backstory prepped already, because it was some of the other story ideas that we had. But I used that to create a reason for Yuri to not be here. So Yuri is still very much in the campaign. He's still very much, Terry is still very much welcomed at the table when he's available. But he is strategically going to wait until a point where he knows he can come back and be here the vast majority of his Sundays. So in the absence of Terry, I invited Tim to come along because Tim has expressed interest several times about wanting to come and play at the table. And I said, well, that would be perfect because we could put you in Terry's place in the meantime. But when Terry comes back, we'll just be running with 7 players as opposed to 6. So
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
yeah. So me and Tim created the character of Whisker Wrench and the backstory that he was sent by the Cartography Guild to become Nellis's apprentice. And so Nellis doesn't want it to happen, obviously, because it's admitting that Nellis is coming closer to his end, because this is something the Cartography Guild would only do to the eldest explorers and captains, so that knowledge and things like that aren't lost. So Whisker Wrench is very much a young Tabaxi. He is in his prime. He is an artificer. He's a primary artificer. So I feel like that's going to really help us in the campaign because the airship is a mechanical thing. And yes, Nellis has kept it afloat for a long time, but Whisker Wrench would be able to act as that mechanic to the ship that we desperately needed. And it adds a flavor to Nellis's backstory as well as creating Whisker Wrench as this character. So, and we're very fighter heavy in this campaign. Which Tim will even say that he's almost always played either a rogue or a fighter of some sort, and so he expressed interest that he wanted to get out of that. And so we were playing around with the idea of like a mage thrower, a sorcerer, or a wizard, and that didn't really fit. So we came up with the idea with this artificer because he does have the ability to magically enchant things, which you guys as a group have very much shown a lot of interest in. So having an artificer on board to facilitate those kind of things is going to be huge for the party,
I was honestly thinking that this character must have been created to be the best fit for our campaign.
It really was. He is a character of creation out of necessity, and it is a very kind of Mary Sue kind of fit. Like it just so happened that this cat artificer shows up and is part of the group. So I get that, but that's the reason why, But it's a rarity for the Cartography Guild to even have an artificer. So it's a big responsibility to Whisker Wrench to prove that he belongs with the guild, because the guild is primarily of explorers and fighters and things like that. You know, there's a lot of chest pounding and that kind of stuff, sword and weapon prowess there. Whereas Whisker Wrench is more about solving problems through his inventions and that kind of stuff. So it's really a proving ground to himself that he belongs where he's at too. So don't take it as just, this is just more of Nellis's backstory. He's really got an axe to grind with the guild to prove that he is worthy of this. And the guild may have sent him to be Nellis's apprentice because he didn't fit in the guild hall, you know? The guild hall may have been like, well, we could just send him because that gets him out of our hair, you know? So Whisker Wrench
is this gonna end up being a replacement for Nellis?
No. Whisker Wrench is Tim's character.
Right, I mean, like, Nellis is on his last life. The guild is finding out.
Whoa. We don't talk.
No. If something were to happen to Nellis, it would be completely natural. Nellis is not stepping back out of this campaign, but there is an explanation to what happens after if something were to happen to Nellis. And it is that way because the guild would have pre-planned it that way.
Let's move forward.
All right. So coming back from the break, you kind of heard a little bit of our backstories and everything. Everybody out there in chat, I love you guys.
We just lost.
Yeah, we just lost Tim.
Tim, yeah.
Oh, there
There he is.
Yep, he said he just texted me and said he was trying to reconnect and everything. So
I have no idea what happened. We were talking and then everything died.
No? Yeah.
Radio fucking silence. Come on.
Anyway.
I'm an artificer. I should be able to figure this shit out on my own.
As you guys are approaching Jenkins' shop, which, by the way, if you don't know, welcome to Jenkins' newly revamped shop. You know, it's something that I like to do, especially when we have those, just those pictures that I throw up.
Yes.
So this is Jenkins' shop. So this is the official shop of L. Jenkins.
After the repairs, it's beautiful.
Yep, after the repairs, you could see that Jenkins has gotten his store back up and going. All of the many books and inscriptions are there. You know, he even has his little ink test, ink set there for all of his incantations and whatnot. You know, so Jenkins' shop is very well stocked again. So, as you make your way along the river, once again, you're solemn, you're kind of head down. There's a guard in front of you, along the road, standing closest to the water, away from the open doors of Jenkins' shop.
Well, let's see how he's doing.
Hey,
Oh, wow.
I remember you lot.
Yeah.
I see
You
that
were the
you
one that was investigating here.
was. I saw an older man heading this way. Jenkins is he's back, but he's definitely worse for wear, I would say.
Well, if you didn't already know, we were the ones that found him. So, we will be going to check on him.
You go right ahead. He could use some good... He's been in the back in the workshop since he come in, so... I haven't seen him sleep or nothing. I've got more patrols to do, so... You all have a good day.
Jenkins! My friend, how are you doing?
Damien, I'm good, thank you.
Oh, did Gideon or his wife stop by?
They did and brought me some food and some drink. It was nice. I never got a chance to thank you for what you all really did. I was kind of in and out of it, but thank you.
Aye.
We are
Well.
just glad to see you alive and home.
It is.
Completely agree.
It's good to be home. I've just been busy, keeping my mind busy.
I understand. Well, if you want to keep your mind even more busy, you take a look at this. I didn't want to bring it up to you when we had rescued you, because I obviously could tell. Here. Does not. What do you mean? I just take out the enchantment book. Apparently, I don't have it in my inventory anymore.
Oh. Well, I know you have it, so.
Yeah. So I just kind of hand it over.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Go ahead.
Hey, Mr. Jenkins.
Oh, Valmora. I'm dreadfully sorry, because, I broke the teleportation orb. It'll take me some time to get it back. Build another one for you, so I'm sorry about that.
It's okay. I'm not worried about that, Jenkins. I'm just happy that you were doing okay. Yeah.
I am. Thank you. Thank you all so much for coming and getting me. Lord only knows what that creature would have done to me. I've just been busy working on a new project.
A new project, eh?
Yes, Damien. And I had this idea when I was captured by that thing, and I'm not gonna be without a little defense any longer. I can't hide myself away in my books in my shop any longer. And there's things that have to be figured out in this world.
I couldn't agree more, my friend. Do you feel like you know what these enchantments need?
These are some high-level enchantments you have here.
I'm not even sure what I need to do in order to actually enchant them.
Well, as he's flipping through the pages of your enchantment book, well, this is written by one of the greatest enchanters of all time, Glover Hammersteel.
You said Glover Hammersteel?
Aye. My mother used to talk about him like he was some sort of enchantment god. Master of all things enchanting. I have a few volumes of his lesser works on the shelves, but this one here, this is some powerful enchantments. We're talking like, just incredible.
Aye. It's a very peculiar book, and ever since you gave me those arrows, which, by the way, they really did come in handy while trying to save you. So, your own invention really did save you.
Well, that's good to know.
But I will probably need a few more, and the gold is not an issue,
I'll see what I can do.
If you're not able to do that, maybe you are able to give me something else from maybe this book.
You could just take the ones out of your cousin's chest.
Damn.
I mean, once I shoot them, they ain't good no more.
They're just normal arrows after he shoots them. So, Damien, these enchantments are well above my abilities. Some of them even require masters of certain abilities, This one here requires control over weather manipulation. I can do a great many things with enchantments, but I am no master when it comes to some of this. Ugh.
So, how often do you think I might be able to run into somebody that might be able to use this for me? Help me with the enchantment.
I wouldn't even begin to know where you could find masters of some of this stuff. However, this one here, I know a man who has great proficiency with protection spells. This arcane ward, as he kind of turns the book back around to you and shows you. I know a sorcerer who he supposedly survived dragon attacks by creating a bubble around himself. Protective ward stronger than that the world had ever seen. You might be able to talk to him about this one.
Aye. But I don't even know, like this arcane ward. What would I even enchant? Just myself?
Anything. An amulet, a ring, armor, a sword. I mean, any kind of weapon could be enchanted with it. I mean, it would be probably better on jewelry or armor of some sort, but it could be. You could enchant anything to give you a protective ward.
Aye. I see. And by chance, any of the others?
I know no magic illusionary masters, or no one who can manipulate weather. In the favor of an ice deity? I mean, there's only a few deities.
Seem like I need some of these seem like I need to meet actual gods.
Hammersteel, he was a master of masters. He must, if these enchantments are to be believed, then he must have found them somewhere. They must exist in the world. But the knowledge to me is, I have it not.
Aye.
I'm sorry, but I can give you the location of this sorcerer. At least one of them.
Please. I'll be greatly appreciated.
On the far west coast of the continent, there's a sorcerer. He goes by many things, but the one I know him as is Dragon God. And he has a small tavern in a meek village. It's a shipping port. I don't remember what the name of the tavern is off the top of my head, but I'm sure you can find it.
I see. Do you think, how long by travel do you think it would take to get there? Just from here.
Oh,
Let's say I was to leave today.
if you left today, you could probably be there by month's end. The continent is vast.
I understand.
By airship, you might be able to cut that down by 2 weeks, but, you know, you'd have to go over Duskholm territory.
Well, I appreciate your help with this book.
Yeah.
By chance, would you be able to restock my arrows for me? I do not need that many.
I'll have to get the necessary supplies, so it might be a day or two. But yeah, I could definitely get you some more enchanted arrows. But
Jenkins,
Valmora.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
So, I've been looking around this quarterstaff and spear, but I was interested to know if you had any swords of any nature.
I have swords, a few of them, but they're not enchanted as of yet. And this one I'm
I don't need
working
them
on
enchanted.
is... You just want a regular sword?
For now until you could possibly enchant one, but see, my proficiencies are in swords and such, one-hander, two-hander, but I don't have any. And this last fight, it really showed that I needed to have a sword, and I didn't. So I don't want to be stuck in that same situation anymore.
All right, well, give me some time and I'll get you something fit for a druid of your skill. How about that?
Thank you. I appreciate it. Most things, many things.
How about you, Miss Moon? Something I can help you with? It's the least I could do.
Would you be able to put an enchantment on my sickles to make them stronger for battle?
Well, let me take a look at him.
I'll hand them over.
He'll you see him as he pushes a large sword back further on his workbench, and he'll pull his magnifying glasses and start to tinker with the metal a little bit. These are fair quality, Moon. Very, very strong indeed. But there's stuff to be done to him, that's for sure. Here. Give me a second. Let me not there. Yes, here. Good deal. Excuse me. As Jenkins comes back and he is carrying a few books, he begins to thumb through the pages of them. Yes, here. And he'll pick up his hammer and a very fine point chisel. And you see him as he begins to tap away on the sickles. Tink, 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 tink. Tink, tink, tink. Yes, tink, 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 tink. Tink, tink, tink. Yes. Here you go, Moon. That should do nicely for you.
Thank you.
I enchanted it with an enchantment my mother once used on a pair of daggers. It's called Haitian Skull. In the common tongue, it's fire and ice. Each one should do a bit of bonus damage for each of them.
Thank you so much.
Yes, it's the least I can do.
Well, if you say that you have a while, you need a day or two for my arrows. I haven't showed you my new rapier that I have acquired. Fortunately, you disappeared on us before I was able to show you. Yeah.
Oh. Wow. That is one piece of hardware right there, Damien. You know, it's all
fit very well.
I won't be able to enchant this though.
Is it because of the silvered?
No. It's because it's already enchanted.
Aye.
I don't recognize these markings though, but this right here, and he'll show you near the basket hilt of your rapier, as you see these runes that are carved into it, up the spine of the blade, and they're very faint. I could trace them, make them more prominent again. I'm sure whoever had this probably didn't realize what they were and may have ground them out or something.
My. Feel free. I
Okay.
trust you.
I'm not sure what this enchantment says or does. Are you sure?
There's only one way to find out.
All right. Tink, 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 tink. As you see Jenkins begin to retrace the runes. And as he finishes with the last hammer strike, tink, you see the runes light in a yellow. And then they fade back. Oh. Here you are.
Interesting. Hi. Thank you.
When you use it next, be prepared for anything, I suppose. I don't usually like giving my customers things I don't know what will do, but you're definitely a capable lot. I'm sure whatever happens, you'll be able to handle.
I've had to handle a lot of shit this week. Let's hope it's no longer more.
Yes. I actually... I overheard a lot of what you were all yelling about on the ship about some sort of demonic possession. I'm glad you're here. That's part of my project I was working on. As Jenkins picks up the sword off of his workbench, and he turns to you, Damien. I meant to give this to Vesper. He had commissioned a sword from me, and can you deliver it to him when you see him? I think it'll help with your demonic possessions.
Aye. What do you suppose it will do?
It's a vorpal blade. Go ahead, draw it.
Throw it?
No, draw the sword.
Ah. I see.
As you pull the sword from the sheath, you notice that the blade is not of this physical plane. It's transparent, almost see-through, but yet it has weight to it, a great weight actually. It's very heavy.
Jesus.
I call it demon skewer. It attacks the Fae almost. It pulls life force out of the world. So if you have demonic possessions and such, it would leave the physical vessel intact, and I would only kill the demons that lie beneath.
Aye.
I feel like Vesper was after that. Something about demons and devils and hellhounds and such like that. And then when hearing you all, I don't really remember it all, but I was in and out of consciousness on the ship. But then I heard you all talking about demon possession there, so it just stuck with me. It seems like you all were dealing with it a lot. So if you could take it to Vesper for me, I think it would be a powerful tool in his arsenal.
I would. As I, put it back. I will. He already paid you, did he?
Ah, yes.
Good. But my friend, I'm glad to see that you're doing well. And I'm glad to see that you still thought of us.
I haven't been able to think of anything such since... I mean, that tower was just a horrendous ordeal. I haven't even been out of the city walls in 20 years. And to be alone in the wilderness with... Nobody knew where I was. It was just a terrible accident, and all of a sudden, familiar faces.
I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder.
I've been so scared to leave the city, Damien. I didn't know what was gonna happen to me. And those horrible creatures, they grabbed me and then y'all wandered into my shop not even a week ago, 2 weeks ago maybe. And now here you are out in the middle of the wild, just where I am. And you pull me out of that terrible place. Ever since I made it back to Atheist, all I've been able to do is think about how I'm going to repay each of you. So, I hope...
It's okay.
Getting
It is
visits.
okay to be fear. It's okay to be scared.
Ever since my mother left and
You
has
wouldn't
never
be human
returned...
if you weren't.
Ever since my mother left and I had the shop to myself and she said she would be back. And that was... decades ago. I've always assumed that she probably just perished in one of her adventures. But I don't know. Maybe in some small part helping you all will help her, you know?
And getting to visit you is payment enough.
No.
Just being our friend is... It just means the world. We don't need anything else.
Well,
Yeah, Jenkins, don't worry about paying us. Except for that sword.
I won't forget you, Valmora. And I'll make sure that it is a true sword for a true druid. How about that?
Thank you.
I'm sorry, this is all... I'm gonna go lie down now.
Hi. If you need anything, holler, please.
Yes,
Yeah.
please see yourself out. I'm gonna lie back down. All right. And with that, we do have a hard stop, unless you all want to keep going for just a little bit longer.
Nope.
Well, you guys can keep going, but because I'm not really here, so you could, I'm gonna have to go. But
Yeah, I have to go.
I know that my character is on another.
Okay. So we'll go ahead.
plane.
We're going to go ahead and we're going to end the session right there. So thank you everybody who came and hung out during D&D. We will be back next Sunday at 1 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Eastern for a continuation of Edge of the Map. And we're going to figure out next week what's going to happen with Vesper. We're going to figure out, we're going to get a conclusion on that. One way or another.
Grab your torch and pitchforks.
That's it. Get me if you can.
Such a damn good session.
So what I thought was gonna happen, now that we're done,